Good evening. I am here with you today to offer Toltec Oracle Life Path and Life Advice readings. These are going to be an in-depth look at lives, an in-depth look at, what you're doing with your body, what you're doing with your mind, what you're doing with your emotions, what you're doing with your spirit. And it's a very good reading to do if you are going through transitions in your life, or you're going through changes, if you are, just kind of trying to gauge the energy of what's going on. So if you would like a life path reading tonight, listen, guys, normally I do these for $60, and I'm offering them tonight for $25. My payment link is in the description of this video. So feel free to send me $25 if you would like one of these life path readings. Otherwise, I will pull a free one card reading for you. If you are watching this, just type in the comments and let me know if you'd like that one card reading, or if you'd like the life path reading, because I think these are really fun. They're really good. They're very nice for divining the energy that's around you. And so to start our night off, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start a life path reading for myself, so you can kind of see how these readings work a little bit. And I hate doing this. I always regret it when I read for myself live, because the cards always call me out in the worst ways possible. So I probably am going to regret the fact that I said I was going to read for myself, but here goes it. And like I said, if you are tuning into the stream, I will give you a free one card reading, or you can pay for the life path reading tonight. So I'm going to pick a card for myself, of course. And this card spread, this is actually 5 different cards. So this is, normally I do 1 or 2 cards live. So these, like I said, they're really in-depth readings. Hang on one second. I gotta shuffle these guys for some reason. So I've got 1 card for myself, a second. So I pulled my body card, I pulled my mind card, I pulled my emotions card, of course. All these are so great. And then hang on, let me pull a spirit card for myself. And these are really, I don't know, these are really great, really fun. I love the imagery on them. I love the meaning behind all these cards. But let's see. So for the first card that I got from my life path reading, this is what do I need to know right here, right now, to move forward in my life, in my existence? Okay. And I've got Chalk, source of life, and you can see him. And so this is called the ruling card. This is the card that is at the center of this reading. And Chalk is, I talk about Chalk a lot, but Chalk is the deity of, getting serious in your life, of figuring out what serves you, figuring out what doesn't serve you, and really trimming the fat on your life. So the ruling card is a card that describes where you're at, what the ruling energy is in your life, and kind of gives you direction for the rest of the quadrants in your body. So like I said, if you're joining the stream, just comment and I will give you a free 1 card reading. But if you'd like one of these life path readings, feel free to hit my payment link and send me that $25, and I will get you this life path reading. And like I said, this is only good. This price is only good for this stream right now, because I charge a lot more for this. You can check out my links to schedule with me in the description as well. But for my body, so I got Chalk as my ruling energy. For my body, I got Xochitl the flower. So when you get Xochitl the flower in your body quadrant, it means that things are really kind of opening up and blooming for you. And it can also mean that you're reaching the end of a cycle, the end of an era in your body. So if I was doing this card reading for me and I was trying to give myself some advice, what I would say is, one stage has ended. I have been very, very ill for probably, I don't know, my whole life really, but really my health has taken a downturn the past, 4 years-ish. And I feel like that cycle is ending for me. So I feel like this is really good clarity and an understanding with this flower card. So this means that I have the ability to say goodbye to the life that I had as being somebody who is really, really sick all the time. And I'm ready to step into a more active lifestyle. I'm ready to step into a lifestyle of health and of wellness and of fitness. And I'm really happy. I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm putting a lot of steps in motion for myself. And I guess some really good advice for getting the flower in the body quadrant is say goodbye to the things that you used to do or proliferate in your body that were not good and didn't serve you. Darla says, hello. You are my beautiful badass friend as well. You're wonderful. Oh, and Darla's gonna pay for a life path reading. Yeah, that's super fun. So we'll put Darla's life path out here next after mine. But like I said, if you guys would want a free 1-card reading, I'm gonna pull 1 card from the Nahuali animal deck that I did a couple days ago. And so I can give you a free message as well if you're just watching and kind of want to learn more about the life path. But the next quadrant that we look at ruling energy, body, and then mind. Okay. So mind is in the dog. Okay. So I've got the dog energy in the mind. And I'll tell you what, the dog is almost always indicative of like travel, of like actually physically traveling and taking a trip, which is a really good omen for me because I had a really stressful week and I'm supposed to be leaving for a trip on Wednesday. I'm supposed to leave for a whole month and I had to push that trip back 2 whole weeks. So this is just like more confirmation that I know that energy is still in my body, my energy body, my alignment, my timelines, my awareness, and that trip is coming for me. And having the dog in the mind, it just further proves, again, it's confirmation of the fact that this energy that brings me forward and moves me towards this life of travel and this life of seeing new places, it's definitely in good alignment for me. A lot of times the dog in the mind can mean that you need to travel to new places specifically and learn about new people and learn about new ways of being and new lifestyles, because that helps you as a person. As people, we just are really confident and comfortable in the lifestyle that we've created for ourselves. So sometimes we get stuck in our energy or stuck in our lives because we're unwilling to change, like physically change where we're at or change how we are or change the way we do things. And traveling is a really good way to do that. So this is a really good energy for me. And then in the emotions or like relationships quadrant, I got Tech Flint. And I know this card, again, these cards always call me out when I do readings for myself, but the Tech Flint is like, this need for developing your emotions and being better, like in control of your emotions. You may not know this from watching me live, but I have like a super bad temper and I freak out about a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't. And I'm working on it. But Tech is like this message. You have to keep working on your emotions, but it's also a message for your relationship. So a lot of time when you get Tech Flint in the relationship, it doesn't mean that like your relationships are bad or poor, or there's something wrong with them. It just means that just like anything else in life, you have to keep working and giving your energy towards your relationships or they will leave you. You have to continual process of refinement. And then finally, for me, this is the worst one probably, but the last card is what is going on in your actual like physical spirit. And I got a Katl, the reed. And so of course the reed is the message of like flexibility, like strength and flexibility and just being more flexible in general. So if you were to get like the read in the body quadrant, that means that you should be more flexible in your body. That means like go take up yoga or something. I got the read in my spirit. So what does that mean for me? That means that my spirit has been almost broken from being too rigid. And those of you who have like watched my videos and that kind of stuff for a while or read my blogs, you know that I grew up in a really like rigid lifestyle, kind of like oppressive thought system and organized religion that really did a lot of damage to me. So I know that I have a lot of rigid programming that I'm working to kind of undo in myself. So of course, getting the read, which is this message of strength and flexibility in the spirit, is a very resonant message to me because I need that constant reminder that I do need to be more flexible. And like I said, I had a like really stressful week where like everything broke and everything went wrong. And I feel like I did stay in pretty good balance, even though all this stuff was kind of like crashing down around me. So I feel like the read is, again, this is a really good confirmation, like just continue to do what you're doing and be flexible in your soul and in your spirit. So that is so fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. But comment if you would like a free 1-card reading. I'll read the Nahuali animal deck for you. And just send me a payment if you would like to get one of these life path readings. I am doing these for $25. And like I said, I usually do them for like $60. So that's like a big price difference. But look, everybody is commenting. Hi, guys. Okay, so I got Darla. Darla, let me get these 1-card people, and then I will read your life path reading. So we're going to read for Kayla. She says she really needs guidance. And then we'll read for, I'm so sorry, I can't see your name because the letters are real tiny. I think your name is Elaiza, maybe, or Elaiza. And then Ivy. Free commented and said they would like they just said hi on YouTube. If you'd like a reading, just comment. And Jacoby says they'd like a 1-card reading. Jacoby, I would do the life path for you, definitely. That's wonderful. I will do that. And Free says, is this live? Yes, this is live. I am live. Okay, so we're going to start with these one card draws, and then I will read for Darla for her life path reading. Kayla says, so glad I found you, and I'm really needing guidance. So Kayla, I will go ahead and just pull a one card reading for you just to see what kind of message we can have for you today. Generally. Okay, so you got also, this is like Tech Bottle Flint a little bit. Again, this is an animal deck, and Kayla, you got a deity. I pulled a deity card for you, and it's Sealy, the Divine Stone. And so the Divine Stone, of course, is like obsidian, and it's this stone that you just have to really refine. And once you refine it, it's like so shiny and beautiful, and it's really sharp too. Like you can use it as a tool to cut a lot of things. And so the message behind the Divine Stone is the same message as Tech Bottle Flint. It's this message that no matter what you do in life, you always have to be refining yourself, and it's a continual process. So this might be a message that maybe you have been like a little slow in some areas of your life and you've let some stuff go. And that's okay, because like we go through ebbs and flows of energy and time in the universe, and that's perfectly fine. That's wonderful guidance. And we all have to just tune into that energy, and we're along for the ride. You know, we're kind of just like rafting down this river of life. And so what this means though, is it's time to start being more serious about your own improvement and about your own joy, really. So you need to take your joy more seriously. Really like do the things that you enjoy, and try as best as you can to either ignore or step away from those people in your life that try to take away from your joy. Remember, your joy, your passion, your intention, your presence, that's something that we're always continually refining as we go through life. It's not like you ever just like wake up one day and you're totally woke and you're like the best person ever. That margin kind of always shifts and changes. We shift and change. So we're always getting better and doing more. So this is a message that you're doing some hard work right now, but it's time to keep focused on that hard work that you're doing, because that pays off. That pays off. I hope that gives you a little bit of intention, Kayla. I hope that's helpful. And like I said, anybody tuning into this stream, I'll do a free one card reading for you, or you can just go ahead and send me $25 to my payment links. I've got them listed on here, and I will do a life path reading for you. And those are really super cool. It's like 5 cards, and it goes into a lot of different areas of your life to illuminate a lot of different topics. So I think your name is Elaiza Wall. So I pulled the hawk for you, okay? And the hawk is this message of things moving very quickly for you. So if Elaiza, if you have been in this energy of feeling like, oh man, like I kind of feel like I'm stuck, and I feel like things have just not been working out in the way that I need them to, the hawk is a really good like omen or indication that a swift message or a swift change is on the way for you. And so be on the lookout for messages or like little gifts and things like that. And that should help move you forward out of this more stuck energy that you've been in for a little while. And hopefully you'll get like clarity and a little bit of breakthrough. And because this is the hawk, I'm expecting this to happen like within the week, by next week at the very latest. But something very quick is happening, very quick, and your experience that will help shift things for you and change perspective very soon, very soon. So we've got Ivy. Can I do a reading? Ivy, if you would like a life path, feel free to send me $25 on my PayPal. I've got those links listed. Otherwise, I'm going to pull a one card for you right now. And here it is. Okay, so wow, Ivy, you got another deity card, and this is my animal deck, right? You got Tepeotl. Tepeotl is the god of magic. So when you are asking for one card, this is a 40-card deck. Most of the cards are animals, and you get a deity. Not only do you get a deity, you get the god of magic. Wow. That means that magic is all around you. Magic surrounds you. Magic permeates your existence right now. And so you have this opportunity to really tune into who you are as a magical person. So I would say, if you're not already, keep a magic journal, like just a journal that you write cool dreams, cool like predictions or like feelings that you get from your intuition. Write down things like if you do any kind of workings like that, like, you know, spells or any kind of magic rituals, things like that. Write those things down and pay attention to your magic right now. The more you pay attention to things, the more that those things improve and the more energy that you have for them. So you have to keep, again, it's just like the divine stone, like refinement, like flint. You have to keep working on your magic. And the more that you work on it, the more that you acknowledge it, the more that it just proliferates. So this is above all a message for you that you are a divine creator in your life and that you are capable of really great things. And I think even some things that maybe you haven't even realized it yet. Like you haven't realized the extent of the magic that you have and the magical properties that you hold. So this is a really good and like clear indication to me that that it's possible that spirit will be moving in your life in really big ways pretty soon, probably, or maybe you already have felt this shift, and it will shift you into more awareness and more magic in your life. That's really wonderful. I love that. Okay, so oh, Elaiza says she wants to see the life path before she wants to purchase it. Yeah, for sure. And Tammy, hi Tammy, thanks for tuning in. You're wonderful. Yeah, so I will do a free 1-card reading if you would like that. I'm going to go ahead and do this life path reading now for Darla. Hi Darla. And remember, if you guys for some reason get kicked off the stream or something like that, I always go back through a couple hours after the video is uploaded and I add chapters, which means that you can just skip ahead to your reading. So like if you wanted to pay for a reading and you maybe have to go do something and you can't stay on the stream, I always tag the chapters so you can come back and look at it later. So that's not a problem at all. So we're going to read for Darla and do this life path. And again, remember I said this is 5 cards. This is 5. This is a lot. So these readings do take a bit of time and they are really, really super in depth. And so, like I said, we have a ruling energy. We have the energy of what's going on in your body. We have the energy of what's going on in your mind. We have the energy of what's going on in your emotions and relationships. And we have the energy of what's going on in your spirit. And there we go. We got Darla. Oh my goodness, lady. Okay. Wow. I got goosebumps when I pulled all these cards because this is like really relevant. This is like probably more relevant than a lot of things that I've done in the recent past. So Darla, the energy that is your ruling energy, right, is Quetzalcoatl. And Quetzalcoatl is like this, deity that a lot of people think they know or they've heard of Quetzalcoatl, but a lot of people don't really understand what Quetzalcoatl represents, okay? And so Quetzalcoatl is a deity, but Quetzalcoatl is actually a real person as well. The Aztecs had this religion that was like a messianic religion, which means that they had a messiah, and their messiah was Quetzalcoatl. And Quetzalcoatl was a regular man like you and I, and he ascended to godhood because of all of the good work he did for his people throughout his life. And so I think these messianic religions, these messianic like prophecies and stories, they tell us a lot about humanity. And they tell us that even small people, just like you and me, little nobodies, we are capable of really great things. And so Quetzalcoatl talks to us about this divine transformation that we all are going through in our lives and in our experience of where we are nothing. We're all just like specks on this earth. We're like one of 7 billion people. And somehow we have this ability to be divine creators. We have this ability to be, divine and to bring about really great acts and really to bring about anything that we desire, to bring about our own joy especially. And so this, having Quetzalcoatl in your ruling energy, Darla, this is a message to you that, again, you are a divine creator, but moreover than that, you are capable of transforming and transmutating anything that's in your life. So like things happen and then what you do with it is up to you. So this is like really speaking to especially spiritual opportunities for you, Darla, but this is more than spiritual. This is like all encompassing. This is your whole life. You have reached an energy and there's an energy right now surrounding you where you are capable of like absolute shift. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched or learned about quantum timelines or that kind of thing, but I believe, Darla, that with this card, it is absolutely possible for you to shift quantum timelines, for you to absolutely completely like change your life from what it was, the direction and trajectory it was going on, and just shift it into totally something absolutely different. That's actually really scary to me. I'm like, wow, Darla's about to like Super Saiyan or something. This is going to be pretty wild, Darla. So in your body, the card that I got was Osmotal Monkey. And we'll show you Monkey. And Monkey is this lesson of like learning new things, and especially of being playful, like being really joyful, almost like a child. So this is telling me that, like I said, you're like a spiritual powerhouse right now. Like there's a lot of spiritual energy around you, a lot of energy of transformation and change, and especially that transmutation. That's a key word right now in this reading. Oh, somebody, Facebook user said, what time are readings beginning tonight? I'm already doing the readings right now, and I am live. But anyways, this is a message that you are to be shifting and playing a lot more. And what I mean by playing is doing things that you really super enjoy and doing them also with a childlike captivation, if you will. Like, children can like play something for 4 hours sometimes, and you come back and check on them and it's 4 hours later and they're still doing the same exact thing. It's because their energy literally shifts into this type of attention that a lot of adults aren't even capable of. So like kids are capable of this hyper focus and this really like laser pointed energy. And a lot of adults have forgotten how to do that. So you guys, if you want to manifest something into your existence and you want to call out to the universe, you want to bring something into your life, how are you going to do that? Laser focused attention. Do you know the best way to practice laser focused attention? Play with something. Go play a video game, go play a board game, go make art, go do something, go play in the sand, go play in the dirt, go make mud castles, mud pies, whatever you do. Go play and really bring that energy of play into your life. And that shifts everything for you, everything. And so, Darla, in your mind, you are experiencing McKeesley death. Okay. And so death in the mind, it's not like, oh, wow, this is just happening. This is like a serious thing. Like this means that the person in your mind who you have been most of your life is dead or it is dying. So you are essentially giving birth to like this whole new person, this whole new mindset, this whole new way of life, this whole new, way of thinking about things. And that can be a little scary. Like I said, that's a lot of shift at one time. I think you're ready for it though. I'm scared of that much shift from our own personal life, but I'm like, when I'm thinking about Darla, I'm like, yep, Darla is ready for this type of shift. So Darla, for me, this message means that this is just confirmation, right? This is just confirmation that you are doing the right thing. You are on the right path. And it's okay also to grieve the person that you were before. So sometimes we get tempted by our old thought patterns or by things that we used to do. And just remember that those tests keep popping up from the universe, and it's up to you to figure out which person do you want to be. Do you want to be this person from the past, or do you want to be this person that you're becoming? And I think that you're always on the path of becoming. You're actually a pretty incredible human. So yes, death is a very powerful card, especially in the mind. So in your emotions and relationships, Darla, you got a Kotl read. I remember I got this one in my spirit. So this means, Darla, you need to be a little bit more flexible with yourself, especially. A lot of times the emotions quadrant just has really good messages about how to treat yourself. And I really feel like how you treat yourself is very important, because that shines outward and that radiates outward, and that dictates how you treat other people as well. So if you want to change the world and you want to change everything, you want to change your community, you want to make everything different, you want to help everybody and elevate consciousness, the first thing you have to do is change yourself, is change how you treat yourself, So a Kotl read says you need to be more flexible, and sometimes you are harsh on yourself. And we all are. We are all critical of ourselves. And it's something that I think we can continually work to shift. And I think that we have that little critical voice in our heads, because that little critical voice is always pushing us to do just a little bit better. Like, hey, you got to do a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. So it's just like a little reminder. Don't let that little reminder tear down your emotions, tear down your energy, tear down your mind and your spirit. Don't let that happen. That little bit of push is absolutely beautiful, and that helps to really move us forward and to help continue to shift our transformations and shift our lives and experiences. So be kind to yourself, be a little bit more flexible to yourself. In terms of your relationships, Darla, this means you need to be a little bit more flexible in your relationships. There have been some things in your life where you have not been willing to budge. And this means that now is the time to make a few more accommodations. Not accommodations so that you're going to throw yourself out of balance, right? You always need to keep your own emotional balance. But now it's time to bend a little bit more and have a little bit give, especially in that quadrant of relationships and with other people, especially those people that you really love. So think about that. Think about what that could possibly mean for you. And if you message me later and tell me what these cards were, I can also PM you and give you like a little bit extra detail if you would like that. Darla, this is not a surprise. This is not a surprise, okay? In your spirit, Darla, guess what you got? I'm just going to wait here. Like, is Darla going to type what she got? Because I feel like Darla already knows. Darla, in your spirit quadrant, you got the deer. This means nothing to everybody else watching the stream. This means a lot to Darla. This means a lot to Darla. Look, she typed it in there too, deer. Yep, Darla, you knew it. So Darla, we've been talking about this message probably for a month or two now. When the deer, especially when the deer comes into the spirit quadrant, this is, oh my God, all the chills came back. Like my hair is like standing up on my arms. But when this comes into the spirit quadrant, this means that like Great Spirit has to give you a life. Oh my gosh, I can't even deliver this message because I have so many chills. But this means that Spirit has to give you a message. Spirit is like waiting there, like literally your spiritual phone is ringing right now. The only thing that you have to do is pick up the phone and answer it, okay? So, and then that still requires you to pick up the phone, right? So a lot of people think like, oh, I'm in this energy, I'm going to get messages and it's just going to flow. It's just going to happen. Like that's not how it works. Unfortunately, in life, sometimes you got to put in a little bit of work. So what this is saying is now is the time to do that work and to receive that message. So what I would really strongly recommend is to go into some sort of prayer and do whatever you do to ritually purify and cleanse your body, whether that's like a juice cleanse or like fasting for a little bit or avoiding certain foods. You need to go on some sort of like purification for your body, or maybe it's just a purifying bath, something like that. Do some purification. And then you need to take those next steps to do that, to get that message. And I won't go into those steps right now. I'm pretty sure you have a very good awareness of the next step. But if you don't, feel free to PM and I will talk to you about that again. But wow, Darla, I can't believe you got the deer again. Okay, so we're gonna, who says scammer? Oh no, is somebody scamming you? Hey, admin, I know you're watching this. Get rid of these scamming people. They are bothering my people watching the stream. That's terrible. Oh. Let's see. Tammy says she's wearing glasses today. You have matchy glasses. You should send me a picture. That's cute. Darla says she's all about it. Somebody else said, what time's the reading start? We already started. Elaiza said, haha, Super Saiyan. Yeah, no kidding. I'm telling you, Darla is like Super Saiyan. Like she's gonna like, you're gonna see her next time. She's gonna have like crazy hair and you're gonna be like, whoa, what happened to Darla? She just transformed. Okay. Ivy says, I purchased a reading. Do I need to set up an appointment? Can you do it now? No, Ivy, I will do this reading right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do a life path reading now for Ivy. And like I said, anybody watching this stream, if you comment, I will give you a free 1-card reading. Just like comment and say something like, hey, I'd like a reading. And I will do that for you. But if you would like one of these really like in-depth detail readings, just send me $25 to my PayPal. I've got that link listed on all of my different sites and stuff like that. It's in that description. So just check it out. Okay, Ivy, I am shuffling these cards for you. And again, this is a 5-card reading. So this is, like I said, very in-depth. So be kind, be patient while you're watching this on the stream because it does take a little bit of time to do these. So Ivy, we got your ruling energy. We got your body. We got your mind. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. We got your emotions and spirit. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Ivy. I like this. I like this. Okay, Ivy. This might be a little heavy depending on who you are, depending on where you're at in your life. So just take a deep breath, get some water if you need it. It's going to be big, but this is going to be a good ride, illuminating ride, something that helps you. So your ruling energy, all this energy that is kind of over your life right now, that is permeating your existence, your energy body, your experience, is Tezcatlipoca, the smoking mirror. And Tezcatlipoca is almost always this message of shadow work, of reflection. And so let me tell you the story of the smoke mirror, right? The smoke mirror is like almost like a metaphor for life, right? For perception. And when you look at life, you have a different perception than every other person around you. I promise there was one time I was in a trade show and I wasn't high. I promise you I wasn't high. I felt like I was high though. I was tripping out so much. Sometimes I just get like spiritual downloads when I'm other places and then I start like freaking out and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I can't tell anybody. So I have to tell you guys on the stream now. But one time I was in this trade show with thousands of people, and I like was losing my mind because I was like, oh my gosh, all of these thousands of people, like if I had the ability to interview every single one of these thousands of people that showed up today, they would all have a different story about what happened, about what they experienced, about what they felt like when they left. And so what that means is everybody, like every single person who is alive in existence today, has a different experience and perception. And the reason why is because there's so much smoke, right? There's so much going on in the physical world that we can't possibly really understand what's actually going on. And so we need to adopt this mindset and this habit of being, of not being offended by things, of being really just flowing with the energy and the time of everything that's going. And so when Tezcatlipoca is presented as your ruling energy, you have two choices, okay? You have two choices, Ivy. You have the, wait, let's pull up Ivy. We have two choices, Ivy. You have the ability to spend your life right now and to remove that smoke. You can figure out what all of the distractions are in your life. You can figure out all of these areas in your life that are causing you to have a distorted perception of yourself and of everybody else. Or you can just forget about the smoke and not worry about it and move forward in authenticity and in intention. I'm not saying that there's a right way to do this or a wrong way. I really think that there's two different types of people, and some people spend their whole lives thinking about all these distractions and eliminating them, and that is the way that they go about their life. That's the way that they solve problems. Other people, they just choose to be like, oh, there's problems. I don't care about it. I'm just going to headline through. So figure out what is best for your alignment and best for your shadow work. You're either going to figure out these things and get rid of them, or you're going to say, no, that doesn't bother me. Actually, I'm going to move forward without that in my experience and clouding my perception or smoking my perception. So Ivy, in your body, you got Tecpottle Flint. And let me pull this up for you. Let me show you. So Tecpottle Flint, again, this is a message of, you see this guy is like getting blessed. He has like a blessing coming to him. So I really feel like this is a blessing to you. This might talk about refinement, especially in your body. So this might speak to like you becoming healthier, you doing the work to become healthier. So if you have already done that and you're already in this energy, that should be confirmation to you that you are in this energy, you are getting healthier, and your body appreciates everything that you're doing for it. Every bit of love that you give it, every supplement you give it, every like glass of water that you give your body, everything that you do to promote your health and your wellness, that is very important right now. And your body is asking for that. And you are receiving graces and benefits and energy from improving your body and improving your existence. And I think that that's really wonderful and really beautiful. I think we all live really busy lives, and sometimes it's difficult to think about the improvement that we can do for our body because there's so much going on in the material world, right? There's like, I have to figure out my job. I've got to figure out how to pay for things. I've got to figure out how to feed everybody and how to pay the bills. And you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on. I have so much responsibility that it's almost like really difficult to be able to even think about improving your body sometimes. So this is a really good message that if you haven't already, now's the time to start improving your body. Think of sustainable ways that you can improve your body. So this doesn't mean go on the keto diet unless that's sustainable for you, or go on a P90X or something. Find something that you can do every day that is easy for you, that is sustainable. So maybe you have like a watch that's a step counter and you're like, every day I'm going to get 7,000 steps, or every day I'm going to eat this many vegetables or something like that. I'm going to drink this much water. Do something that is sustainable that you can continue. That is what leads you to health, not these fad crash diets and things like that. Don't do that, but really work to refine yourself, refine your body right now. And that is the energy of improvement that you find. And then in your mind, Ivy, you got the lizard, okay? And you can see this is like a midwife. She's holding a baby. She's blessing this baby. And there's a lizard that is protecting all of them from kind of the upper part of this card. And so this speaks to like a lot of protection energy. I always feel like the lizard is like a really strong guardian and a really strong what is that word? Guardian and like a safeguarding energy. So you have a lot of energy that is protecting you right now, especially in the quadrant of your mind. So if you have been working and shifting through things in your life and in your mindset, especially, this is a really good card for you, a really good omen for you. You have reached this kind of like ability to be able to move through things very easily, and you're very well protected in your mind right now. This could mean that if you are hoping to make changes, that you are very blessed with those changes. Okay. If you are looking to change what you're doing in a job or in a career position, this is also a really good omen for you. Specifically, the mind is not just the mind, it's also the work. I should have mentioned that. But in your mind and in your work, you've got the lizard. Okay. And this could also be a message that Either you're in a practice right now where you are helping to heal the community, or maybe your life path, your career, honestly, is going to be shifting. You're guided in this shift, but you are going to be shifting into a career that is more beneficial to kind of everybody, like the collective. You're going to have like a really impactful job or an opportunity for a job, or maybe starting a business, something like that. But this is a lot of like holding a lot of protection, a lot of good energy for that. I feel like you're distracted right now in your mind, though. I feel like you're distracted in your work and you're not able to like fully release all those distractions to be able to make that next big move. So think about that. Think about those distractions that might be cropping up for you, and think about ways that you can either eliminate them or just forget about them for right now. Maybe write them down and let those distractions come up later when you are maybe meditating, or when you have just set them on the table for a while, and you will come up with solutions to those distractions. But this is a very clear indication to me that you have a lot of blessing in your mind, in your relationships, in your emotions. You got the dog. And remember, Ivy, the dog is this message of traveling sometimes, but it's also a message of loyalty. Like, think of a dog. Like, we always think that dog is like man's best friend, and dog is like this wonderful, beautiful energy of this like servant creature. And so sometimes this is saying that you are being the dog, and not in a good way, in your relationships. And you might be giving too much of yourself. You might be being too loyal or too obligated to people. So think about that. Think about what protects your balance, especially in your emotions and in your relationships. And think about ways that you can honor yourself, right? And so a lot of times the dog is a message that maybe it's time to learn how to help people in a way that's not hurting you. I feel like a lot of people, especially Western people, more people from like America and things like that, we have this idea in our head that we're always obligated to help other people. We're always obligated to give everything of ourselves. We're obligated to sell all of our possessions and become really super poor just so that we can help everybody else. And we have to be this martyr. We have to just do everything. And oh my gosh, my life is so hard because I help everybody else. That is not what you are destined for. You are destined for strength. You are destined for power. You are destined for authenticity and for all of the abundance that you are seeking. All of the abundance that you are putting out, it is coming back to you, okay? And you are not to upset your own emotional balance just because other people need your help. So remember that. That's really super important. If you're going to help somebody, do it for free, right? And I don't mean that you should like do business and like, oh my gosh, I've got this business and I just do everything for free and I help all these people and I don't make any money, because you're being a martyr, right? You're not really helping yourself. You're just helping other people because you hope somebody will help you, or you hope that you'll feel better doing it. You have to have good emotional balance when you give, okay? So when you're helping people, make sure that it's something you can give freely. If you offer to give somebody a ride or offer to do whatever to somebody or to help them, and you feel like it's actually putting you out, or you actually don't have the time, or you actually don't have the money, you don't have the availability to do that, that act that you give, it's not done in a sincere heart. And so that insincerity comes back to you, and eventually you end up getting worn down, and it ends up dishonoring your own boundaries and your own kind of like good energy and your good vibes. So you are supposed to keep yourself in good energetic alignment. So the message of the dog is very strongly, very clearly, if you are to help others, only offer help when you are able to offer them help. Do not be, hurting yourself just because other people need help. There's lots of people in the world, and other people can help those people. And when you put this energy out towards helping others, you have to remember that you are a person too, and you are worthy of help. So sometimes you need to help yourself. So this is a really strong message in the emotions and relationship, especially to set those boundaries. And it's not bad to help, but only give what you can give freely. And then finally, in your emotion, your spirit quadrant, you got Kiawitl rain. Kiawitl rain, especially in the spirit quadrant, is this message of like things moving for you. Things are really moving for you, and they're being fertilized, they're being nurtured. So a lot of times this is asking you, what do you want to bring to life? What do you want to give birth to, if you will? This doesn't necessarily mean like a baby. It could be a baby. If you really want a baby, it could be like a really good message for you. But if you're not into that, you don't want babies, this could also mean that you're bringing something into life, into existence. So like maybe you're going to bring in a new career, right? Or maybe you're going to bring in a new way of doing things, or a new project, a new something, art, or something that sustains the community, right? You're about to give birth to something, a new idea, a new something. And you have to be responsible for that idea. That's also really important. So when you give birth to something, you can't just leave it, like just unleash it on the community and be like, well, I hope you guys do well. You have to be responsible, because everybody who goes through that system that you create, or who goes through that project that you create, or goes through that piece of art, they have this response, and you're responsible for that. So this talks to like the really big kind of like underlying themes of creation. And you have a lot of creation energy surrounding you right now, which means that you have a lot of resources at your disposal. And if you reach out and put your mind to it, you can create just about anything right now, because there's a lot of that really potent abundance energy around you. So think about that, but also think about when you put something into fruition, you have to nurture it. You have to keep watering it. You have to keep making sure it has proper sunlight. So once you have the good conditions right now to plant something or to start something new, but it's up to you in the future to continue like fertilizing it, loving it, nurturing it, that kind of thing. And that's going to really help you and kind of move you forward in this energy. And I hope that was helpful, Ivy. And like I said, if you can remember the cards that I gave you and you would like more information, you can feel free to like private message me and I can give you more information later. But yeah, I hope that's helpful. And so let's see. We'll keep scrolling down. Darla says, oh, my dear, you are so funny. Okay, I've got C Baby who says, can I get a card pull? I will pull one card for you. I'm just going to go down and do the one card draws. And I see somebody else sent me money for a life path reading. So like I said, anybody watching the stream, I will give you a free one card pull, or I can do a life path reading for $25. And this is like just really good advice for a bunch of different quadrants in your life. It's really super in depth. I really recommend it if you're going through any kind of change or transformation, or if you want to make big decisions, big changes in your life. It's really great. So C Baby 3, you got Teotl, who is like this abundance goddess. She's like the goddess of abundance. So, I mean, this means a lot of different things. If you are hoping to have babies, this could be a really great like omen for you. Or if you are hoping to bring in more abundance in any realm of your life, then it's a really good omen. So if you're looking to make more money, if you're looking to start new projects, if you were hoping to like get this major sign to start something new, now is the sign. Again, just like in that last reading I mentioned in the spirit, the Teotl in this deck is specifically like this abundance energy, and it speaks to a lot of abundance in your creation, your existence. So I hope that's helpful. Oh, Tammy said she'd take a card. Kayla said, just came back. How do I get a reading? I would love to get one. And Kayla says, does anyone know how to pay for the $25 for the in-depth reading? I can't remember what she said. Kayla, I've got my payment links in there on the description of this video, so feel free to send those over. Oh, and Celeste just sent the payment link, I think. But Tammy, yes, I'm going to pull one card for you. Ooh, Tammy, I got the Jaguar for you. So look at this card, and I'll shake it. Maybe it'll get more in focus. This card is a Jaguar who's like howling at everything, all of existence. There's the sun, there's the moon, the night, the sky, the water, the earth, the air. It is everything, all empowered in like one encapsulated goodness, right? So again, oh my goodness, Tammy, this is a message of like magic, like really strong magic connection. And this is a message to maybe pay attention to your magic a little bit more. But I feel like, especially if I'm just pulling like one card, any card out of this deck, and I pull the Jaguar, this means that you have a lot of balance and stability coming to your life and coming to your existence. And it's possible that you might have some like new beginning energy as well. So like, I mean, it might be time to turn the page and to start a new chapter, or really it might be time to start a new book, which I think is really wonderful. That's a really great energy for anybody to have. But overall, this speaks to a lot of power, balance, magic. So that's a really good omen, Tammy. And I hope you're still watching this, because I feel like that's a really good message. Really good message. Oh, you guys are all wonderful. Ivy says wolf. Yeah, wolf. Kayla just sent for a life path. So Kayla, let me read for some of these other people, and I will go ahead and do that life path for you next, Kayla. So we're going to do a one card pull for Maria Arts. And like I said, anybody commenting, I will do a free one card reading for you. And then if you send me $25, I'll also do one of these super in-depth life path readings as well. And Maria Art, you got the message of the Raven. So the Raven is kind of like another like magical kind of card. And if you are in a committed relationship, it could be a sign that you have found somebody who is good to do magic with. And so I don't know how to explain this. This is kind of difficult, but I feel like some people are like locks and some people are like keys. And sometimes when you can find a really good friend or a really good partner, you're kind of like a lock and a key, and you can do magic together because you both kind of supplement the things that the other people don't have. So what this says to me is whether it's like a committed relationship, like a partner type thing, or you have met somebody in your existence like a friend, you have somebody that you can do really good magic to. So, or not to, but with. So what I mean by that is if you are a powerful, whatever you are, witch, sorcerer, pagan, artist, doesn't matter. You have the ability right now to collaborate with somebody else to make that magic happen. And it's going to be even better than you even imagine because you have that other person and they're just as good as you, but in different ways. And I feel like, I guess the best way to explain this is I feel like I found that kind of like in my husband, where I feel like I've got a lot of these really good magical properties and I'm very like straightforward, assertive, good at communication, good at connecting to spirit. Good at all that kind of stuff. He's got this other like more subtle energy where he is capable of like gathering up energetic resource. And I feel like there are two different types of people. There are people who are more like me and there's people who are more like him. So search for that other person who is different from you, but the same in your life. And you're able to create really big things. Sorry, that was a long reading for a 1-card pull, but you needed that. You needed that. I am crying. I am so sorry. But my husband is, I think, chopping onions in the other room. Oh my gosh, stop chopping onions. Wow. I don't want to cry. But Holly says she would like a card. I'll go ahead and pull a card for Holly. If I can stop crying. Oh my gosh, I can't read the cards now. Stop chopping onions. You got Kalata who is the goddess of water. And so, Holly, this is a message to you that you have great healing potential in your life and in your existence right now. See, I got the goddess of water and I'm crying over here. That's horrible, right? I feel like that's a sign or an omen or something. So what I want to say to you, Holly, is that sometimes tears can be really healing. And if you need to cry, go ahead and cry. Go ahead and do that. It's okay to feel emotions. And I don't feel like that brings you out of balance. I feel like the best way to heal yourself, to heal your experience, is to just sit through emotions and to really just feel them. And if you have trouble understanding what that means, and I really have trouble. Like somebody told me like, just feel your emotions and that's how you process them and get rid of them. And I'm like, I am not neurotypical. I actually don't know how to process emotions like that. So what helps me process emotions is to actually sit with an emotion. Like I'll say like, I'm feeling sad. And when I say sad and I feel sad in my body, I feel it a very particular place in my body. So sometimes if you can actually feel what that emotion feels like in your body, you can tune into it, you can take a few deep breaths, and you can release that energy. So I hope that that one's helpful too. It just speaks to really being authentically present with your emotions. Oh my gosh, Tammy said she just started a book. This is really great for you. Really great. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so anybody watching the stream, like I said, comment and I will give you a 1-card reading. But if you would like one of these really detailed, like in-depth readings, go ahead and send me $25 on this little PayPal dude. I've got my links listed in all of these descriptions on these videos. So yeah, do that thing. And we got somebody else who commented. And then Tracy wants us to pull cards after that. Yeah, Tracy, I'll pull a card for you for sure. Like I said, anybody watching this, yeah, tune in, ask for a card. I would love to give you one, or pay me the money, man, and I'll show you the life path, really in depth. I don't know. I really like this, like I said, for when you are doing big decisions, changing your life, you want to do things differently, or if you feel stuck. You know, honestly, if you feel stuck, a life path reading is a really good opportunity for you. All right. Kayla, I feel like this one might be a little bit heavy too. The life path readings are always really heavy. We've got 4 of these 5 cards now. I'm going to pull one more card for you, Kayla. Okay, perfect. Let's get at this. This is going to be a really big one, I think. So in your ruling energy, so like the energy that surrounds your body, your mind, your spirit, your emotions, your energy, your experience right now, is the Lord of the House of Light. I'm not going to try to pronounce him. I don't understand. I feel like I would be disrespectful. It's like, I'll see if you can see it. I don't know. He's the Lord of the House of Light anyways, and he is a very long Nahuatl name that I cannot pronounce. So, but the Lord of the House of Light is this deity that represents enlightenment, right? And so you have to understand life, the flow of time, and cycles, okay? Life, the flow of time and cycles dictates that everything is always changing, okay? So right now, you either are or you are rapidly entering into this energy awareness alignment of enlightenment, where you are going to have almost like instant connection with spirit. Everything is going to flow very easily, and you get a lot of spiritual messages right now. So right now is marked by spiritual improvement for you, and also spiritual messages, divine messages, downloads, all of that kind of stuff. That is really important in your life. That's a very strong theme right now. And hold on to this enlightenment. Hold on to this feeling of connection, this feeling of intuition, this feeling of knowing, because there will be times later down the road when you don't feel as connected, or when you don't feel as strong, or when you don't feel as, enlightened, really. You're going to feel alone sometimes in life. You're going to feel like, whoever you worship or whatever, your deities have left you, or just your whatever comforts you has left you, and you feel like you're alone in your life. And we go through those things. We go through times when we feel alone, and we go through times when we feel connected. So when you are experiencing a time that is connected, you have to have so much gratitude and honor for that connection, because you won't always have it. So remember that, honor this connection right now, and really live in it. Really just give it a big hug, give it a lot of gratitude, and appreciate it. Because remember, the best way that you can keep things and grow things in your life is by paying attention to them. So pay attention to this enlightenment energy, and you are to receive many messages in this time period. Right. And I'm not sure. I don't know you. I haven't done readings for you in the past, and I don't have your birthday or anything like that. So I can't off the top of my head tell you when this period is going to end, or, how long this has been. I don't have that information right now, but I am telling you right now, this is a period of enlightenment. So honor it for what it is for as long as you have it. In your body, you got Makisli death. And I'll show you this guy. This speaks to, this is not just your mind, right? We did this and we pulled this card for Darla, and this was in her mind, right? This was her mindset dying. This is all of you dying, not your body. I don't mean that you're going to die. I don't mean that. Okay, wait, cool down. What I mean is who you are as a person is totally leaving, dissolving, whatever you want to say. And you are stepping into this new person. You are stepping into a new being, and you are going to be a different person at the end of this enlightenment journey. So buckle up, right? That's a lot. That is a lot. So in your body, when you get this Makisli death quadrant, you get this Makisli death card. This means that you are opening up to really big opportunities, And the big message of this card is, it is okay to grieve. Right? It is okay to grieve a loss of a job, a loss of a friend, a loss of a person. It's okay to grieve the loss of you, the loss of who you used to be, the loss of your identity. And now as you become this new person, sometimes it is hard to let go, right? If you are going through a time period of enlightenment where your vibrations are raising like really super fast, oh my goodness, that is really intense. That's a really intense ride. And that can knock a lot of people for a loop, right? And you can rapidly say goodbye to, like I said, jobs. You can say goodbye to friends. You could say goodbye to houses and things that you used to love. Like things that you used to love, you just won't love them anymore because you're different. And that can be sad. It can be sad to say goodbye to the life that you once knew. So if you need to, hold a ritual or a ceremony and grieve the person who you used to be and give birth to the person who you are now. And this is a very important, beautiful topic for a ritual. I recommend, if you have not done a death ritual before, that this is something that you undertake, especially if you are entering a period like this, a period of enlightenment. You say, okay, I am ready to say goodbye to these negative beliefs, these negative ways of being, these negative habits that I've had in my past, and I'm ready to step forward into more abundance, more clarity, more energy, more vibration, more connection. You're ready to step into that, but you have to let go of these other things first. If you don't let go of those other things, you can't make that jump. You can't make that jump. So you have to let go. And it's okay to be scared. It's okay to sit with it for as long as you need to. But now is the time to start thinking about that. Start thinking about how you can let go to make space for new things. Okay. And then your card that is in your mind, right, is the eagle. You see this man, he is painted in black. He is a warrior. He's got a ball in his hand. So he's playing a sacred ball game. When these people are painted in black, it means that they have totally like let go of all of their who they are as an earthly person, and they've developed their life as a spiritual person. That the only thing that matters to them is spirituality. And so I don't think that the only thing that should matter to you, Kayla, is just spirituality. I think that you're human, you're dynamic, and that you need to have a lot of things on your mind at once. But what this means for you is that you are entering into a time period where you are becoming more spiritually aware, especially in your mind, It speaks to a high level of spiritual awareness. And I want to remind you sometimes that it's okay to put distance between you and between anything. Okay. A lot of times, especially with our society where we have like social media and everything, we feel pressured to respond. We always feel pressured to respond to things. We feel pressured, like we have to, do something. We have to respond to people right away. We have to answer that text. We have to answer that message. We have to make a statement. We have to have an opinion. And you do not. Sometimes it's okay to not have an opinion. Sometimes it's okay to say nothing at all. Sometimes it's okay to gather your thoughts and your energy and to just chill for a minute while you're thinking about what you want to do or how you want to respond. So this is especially an energy of seeking elevation and alignment in your mind. Don't be afraid to take time to respond. And then also remember, in saying that, no response is also a response. So if 2 weeks go by and you still haven't responded to that text or that message, no response is a response at that point, right? So you have all the time in the world to respond. If you decide not to, that is still a response. And you're not obligated to give people your energy. You're not obligated to give people your time. You're not obligated to give people your responses. And this goes for critical people in your life as well. You are not obligated to sit with these people and to tell them about your life and to defend yourself, to defend your choices, defend your decisions. That's not your obligation. Your obligation is to you. Your obligation is to be happy. Your obligation is to find joy. Your obligation is to find balance. Your obligation is to find alignment. Your obligation is to find this enlightenment. This is what your obligation is. Your obligation does not include anybody else. Unless you have kids, then maybe you're obligated to them for a small time. But other people, you are not obligated to. They don't pay your bills. They don't dictate your life. They don't tell you what to do. And if they do, you ain't got to listen. So this is a message of really elevating, especially your mind, elevating who you are as a person and being strong, powerful, and being able to do whatever you want. And you know what? Whatever they think doesn't matter. Whatever they say doesn't matter. And what I always love to tell people when they get a card like this in this position is people will complain about you. People will talk about you. People will do things behind your back, whether you do what you want to do or whether you do what you think they want you to do. No matter what, people are always going to criticize. So you might as well live your life and be happy and let them criticize you anyways. Because I'll tell you what, if you were living your life and you were being miserable, they would still criticize you. So this is a very important message to do what is right for you, especially in terms of protecting your mind, protecting your mental health. Okay, that's very important for you. So really quick, anybody who's tuning in on the stream, if you comment and tell me you want a reading, I'll give you a 1-card reading. But if you send me $25, I'll do one of these really super in-depth life path readings. And we're still reading for Kayla. So hang on, guys. Hold on to your hats. Kayla, the next card that we have here is your emotions and your relationships. And so the card that you got is Kali House. House means a couple of things, right? House is the place you live in, right? This is your home. This is your space. This is your way of being. This is your place where you reside and where you go to sleep. But house is also your body, right? House is this container that holds your spirit, that holds your energy. So house means a couple of different things, right? In the emotion relationship quadrant, this really, really speaks to especially home and family life. This means that you haven't had the best balance. And balance is one of two ways, right? Either you spend way too much time at home and you're always at home and you never leave the home, or on the other side, you spend way too much time working or doing something else. And you are not spending enough time with your family. You're not making enough time for your family. So this is really speaking to finding that balance in your, especially in your relationships, especially in your house. If you don't live with other people, this sometimes can talk to like people who are in your immediate family, you know, like parents, siblings, maybe aunts, uncles, cousins, that kind of thing. But people who are pretty close to you, depending on how you were raised and who you grew up with. But this is speaking to a specific energy of making your home a beautiful place, especially So if you have a house that's full of clutter and you have like a lot of anxiety every time you walk through the door, this might be time to literally clean out the closets, get rid of extra papers, get rid of receipts, get rid of things that you do not need anymore, and make space. Because as you make space in the physical world, you make space in your mental world, you make space in your life, in your alignment, in your experience, which is absolutely wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful to make space. But like I said, also, this is a very strong message to be more connected to your family. And sometimes family gets on your nerves, man. Sometimes family are those very people who are judging you and who are telling you how to run and live your life. And so I just want to tell you that sometimes people mean well. Sometimes they hurt you and sometimes they criticize you. And you can still love them and you can still hear their souls and not their words. So if somebody is criticizing you, like you've got a mom or a grandmother or something, and they're like, you should do this, you should do that, you never do this. Remember what I said before about your mind being critical. Sometimes the people who love you are critical because they're just pushing you to do better than what they did. Don't take it personally. That is my biggest piece of advice. Don't take their words personally. Try to see the person. Try to see their emotion behind it. Try to see the energy behind it. Try to see when whoever criticizes you, especially if it's your family, that they are not doing this because they want to criticize you. They didn't wake up one day and say, hey, how can I criticize Kayla and make her mad? They woke up and they said, I really care about Kayla and I want her to have the best life. And so this is up to you to figure out how you deal with this, how you stand up to these people and how you assert your own power without hurting them. And again, with honoring them and with honoring their spirit, honor them and say something like, look, I know you are telling me this because you love me so much. You love me so much. And I know you had such a hard life and you are trying to prevent me from having a hard life. You're trying to make my life easy. And I really appreciate all of the advice, all of the nurture, all of the words, all the wisdom that you pass on to me. That's it, dude. That's it. Just thank them and move on. You don't have to take somebody's advice. If you don't act on their advice, it doesn't mean anything. I think a lot of times, old timers especially, they just like to talk too. So let people give you advice. That's totally fine. Whether you take it or not, whether you actually put that into practice, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. But don't upset your emotional balance because other people are giving you advice. I hope that one's helpful too. And then Kayla, again, this was a super long reading because this is really super in depth, but we finally reached the last card. And the last card is Ocelotl Jaguar. So you've got Ocelotl Jaguar in your spirit. Oh, I really feel like, Kayla, this is a time for you to think about stalking. Think about the path of stalking, okay? And what I mean by that, we tried to talk about stalking on a live video before, and I feel like people started thinking like stalking, like I'm gonna file a VPO and I don't know, send you to jail for stalking me. I don't mean stalking like that. Stalking is actually like a magical principle, okay? And stalking is like the ability to take energy from your surroundings, right? It's the ability for you to see chaos in the world around you and to take the energy from that chaos and to transmute it into something beautiful. And so this goes along the lines of people criticizing you. It goes along the lines of your family being boo or whatever they're being. It goes along the lines of you trying to find balance in a crazy, chaotic world. We all are. You simply need to sit in your own power of your own being, and you can literally sit with open palms. Wait, can you see my palms? There we go. Open palms, breathing, and you can take energy from your surroundings that way, you know? If you are a news junkie, which please stop watching the news, people. But if you're a news junkie for whatever reason, you love to watch the news, you don't have to internalize that chaos that is constantly going on in the news. You can simply sit, breathe with open palms, think about a news story. I'm taking the power from that, but I don't want the negativity. Thank you. I want all that power, though. I'm going to transmute it, right? This is chaos magic, and I love chaos magic. We should do a Q&A, maybe a live video some other time about chaos magic, because that is the works. I love chaos. But anyways, this is a divine call for you to become the stalker in your existence. And it's possible, it's very possible, Kayla, that you have really good opportunities that are on the way for you. Like, I mean, life-altering opportunities, okay? The opportunity to totally shift your existence. And this might be what other people are trying to talk about. This might be what you're in your mind about, right? This opportunity where you think like, I really want to shift, but I'm not sure how to do it, and I'm not sure if it's going to work out, right? So my advice to you is to stalk your opportunity, right? To think about this opportunity and think about it so well. Think about, what would this opportunity look like if it was perfect for me? What would this opportunity feel like if it was perfect for me? Sit down, think, clear your mind, close your eyes, and think to yourself. Think, what do I feel like when I finally get this opportunity? What do I feel like? And then you can walk backwards, right? What do I feel like the day before I got this opportunity? What did I feel like the week before I got this opportunity? What steps did I take to get this opportunity, right? And it helps getting your mind moving. It helps getting everything moving. But this allows you to stalk your opportunity, essentially. You are learning everything about this opportunity, every possible facet, every possible judgment, every possible way it could twist and turn and go wrong, every possible opportunity that could look like the opportunity you want, the opportunity that is good, but is but that is actually bad for you. So this is an opportunity for you to really get to know your opportunity. I'm using opportunity too much, but get to know your opportunity very super well. And when that opportunity presents itself in your experience, pounce, jump, get on it, right? Sometimes people, they just have opportunity pass by them, right? It's because they didn't stalk their opportunity. They didn't know a good opportunity when it smacked them in the face. Do not be this person. Stalk that opportunity and it will be yours. It will be yours. A big part of stalking, though, is waiting, right? You have to wait for that opportunity as well. But once that opportunity crosses your path, you will know it because you know what it feels like. You know what it feels like intuitively. You know what it feels like energetically. You know what it sounds like because you have done the stalking. You've done this meditating on this opportunity. And I hope that that's helpful, Kayla. Like I said, that was a lot. That was a lot. And woo, I feel like y'all are shifting a lot. So that was another life path reading. Like I said, I will go ahead and look through these comments now and give 1 card draws. If you guys would like a 1 card draw, feel free to just comment and I will pull those for you. But if you would like this more in-depth reading, life path reading, then let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and send me $25 on PayPal. But we're going to go ahead and read for Tracy. Oh, real quick, Kayla says she needed that. You're very welcome. And she says that she's speechless. Oh, I hope it helps, Kayla, like I said. And if you need more like additional ideas or advice on this, just feel free to PM me later. If you could remember the cards or pull up the video and watch it again and find the cards, I can give you more advice. Just PM. And then other people are commenting saying they want to draw and everything. I can do 1 card draws for anybody who commented. Those are free tonight. But if you would like one of these in-depth life path readings, just look at the description of this video and send me $25 on my payment links. And we'll go ahead. I see that Lindsay commented. Pinky Lee commented again. Hi, Pinky. Oh, and Kayla says, a mind blown. I feel like you were one with my soul. I hope that that helps, Kayla. I really love to do these life path readings because I do feel like it helps shift people's energy and perspective. And sometimes it can even change your life if you really tune into these messages and use them to your abilities. And you're very welcome, Kayla. Absolutely. 100 times. Pinky, I will read for you in just a minute. I've got a couple people ahead of you. But like I said, go ahead and comment if you would like comment if you would like a 1 card reading, and please send me $25 to my PayPal if you would like one of these super in-depth life path readings. It's been fun. We've done a couple of these tonight, and wow, they are a lot. Tracy says, can you pull a card for Jared? He is looking to transition from school to full-time work. Oh, wow, Tracy, congratulations. That's some really big moving energy. Let's pull a card for Jared. Let's see what this animal deck says. Ooh, okay. So Tracy, the rabbit is what comes up. And the rabbit is normally this energy of like rest, but sometimes this can be an energy of action as well. And let me tell you this story, the creation story of the rabbit. I love when I get to do this, but a long time ago, there were no people because the gods killed them all. And then the gods got really super bored and the gods were like, wow, this is not fun. I have nobody to meddle with. I have nobody to mess with. I need to make some people. So the gods collectively got together and they were like, what do we need to make people? Obviously, we need a sun, right? That's how everything grows. That's what, creates life on the earth. So they all created this really big fire. And the lowliest of all the gods, the sick one, the leper, the diseased one, said, I will become the sun god. I will offer my body and myself, and I will throw myself into the fire so I can become the sun so that you can all have people. And the god said, no, you're the sick one. You're the leper. You're gross. I don't want you to be the sun. Instead, this big God, the best God, the most jeweled God, the most rich God moved forward and he said, I want to be the sun. And so when the gods made this bonfire, this sacrificial bonfire to create the next sun, the richest of all the gods jumped towards the fire. And as he leapt, he hesitated. And again, he tried to throw himself into the fire, but he couldn't. And again, he tried to throw himself in the fire, but he was too scared. And so the leper god, the diseased one, jumped into the fire and became the sun. Obviously, the super rich, wealthy god was very upset that the leper, the diseased one, became the sun and was able to show a courage that he was not capable of possessing. So out of anger, the rich, wealthy god cast himself into the fire and he became the second sun. The gods were in quite a conundrum at this point because obviously we can't have two suns. That would be too much heat. The earth would burn. We wouldn't be able to grow anything. So the gods decided to employ the rabbit and the eagle to make a trip to the second sun. And the rabbit used the rabbit used his fur to extinguish the second sun. And that is why the imprint of a rabbit is on the moon today. So this whole story is meant to say to you, Tracy, that sometimes this can be a message of action. So if he is looking to transition into the workforce, it might be time for him to become the eagle or become the rabbit and really network with people. I feel like this energy is more so than this is more than just sending your resumes out. This might be actually like pounding the pavement, meeting new people, going to a networking meeting, that kind of thing. But overall, I hope you enjoy the creation story, and I hope that's helpful for Jared. But if you guys would like a one card draw, feel free to go ahead and comment, and I will get that for you. And if you would like a life path reading, one of these really super in-depth readings, go ahead and send me $25 and I will do that. Jacoby, please comment if you were on. I'm going to do these one card draws, and if you're still on, I will do a life path reading for you as well. Let's see. So Lindsay says, can I get a draw? Lindsay, let's go ahead and pull a card for you. And like I said, anybody watching, come on guys, comment, and I will give you some inspiration at the very least, or entertainment, hopefully. So Lindsay, oh, very good, Lindsay. You got one of my favorite deities. You got Chuck, god of rain. And so Chak is more than just the god of rain, right? He is the god of all things that grow. He is the god of things that move forward in your life, things that move forward in your energy and in your existence. So a lot of times when Chak comes into your experience, he is asking you to make space, to get rid of the things in your life that you do not need. Okay? If there is things in your life that you do not need, that do not serve you, that are actually harmful or hurting you, and it's time to let go of those things. As soon as you let go of those things, even if it's like a scary, this is really scary to let go, really super scary. I love it so much. I'm going to hold on to it until I squeeze it to death. If it's really super scary to let go, that means all the more you need to let it go, because there's going to be so much space in your life once you drop that it's going to just like everything is going to open up for you, and you're going to have a lot of energy for shift and movement and alignment forward. So Lindsay, I hope that that's helpful for you. Oh, and Lindsay said she would like just a one card reading tonight, and she would set up a new one in the future. For sure. I've got also in the description of this video all of my links to like set up readings, and I've even got a link for a free consult too. So if you want to like talk to me someday on the phone or something like that to see if we're a good fit as like if I can help you with coaching or Reiki or healing or even reading, divination, that kind of thing, just set up a free consult with me, and I would love to do that. And like I said, the link is in the description below. Anybody can chat with me for free. I love to talk to people. So, but let's go ahead and read for Pinky. Pinky, I am good today, but this week was very stressful. I feel like I had the opportunity to kind of rest and to chill today and to regain my nurture, balance, emotions, that kind of thing. But I'm telling you, it was just really a lot of energy. And I feel like all of my friends had a lot of that as well. Like maybe it's just a collective thing where, you know, I mean, I told everybody in Throat Punch Thursday, the rabbit kept coming up in the readings, and I was like, you need to rest, you need to rest, you need to rest. Like, yeah, I rested that weekend. And then this week was just lots of energy. So I'm glad that this week is almost over, because that means that, that means that I can get some more rest. Well, I mean, the week is almost over for me. You guys are probably thinking like, what are you talking about? It's Sunday. The week is starting. I don't work through the week. I just work in the weekend. So for me, the week is kind of ending, but or starting. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but jeez. But Pinky Lee, you got Mictacan to Cluley, the Lord of the Dead. That is your message for today, your one card message, right? And so your one card message means that things are shifting in your life. You're having a lot of change, right? You might even be becoming a different type of person. And I want to remind you, like, here is, again, the Lord of the Dead. He stands here and he's standing by a sacred fire, and he extends his hands as a blessing, right? So death does not come into your experience, right? And I don't mean you're actually going to die or somebody you know is going to die, but death represents rather change and transmutation. So death doesn't walk into your experience to harm you. Death doesn't walk into your experience to take away from you. Death walks into your experience to invite transmutation and energy and change. So if you have a lot of rapid change and you're like, what the heck is going on? Try not to feel so bogged down by that change, by that difference, by that perspective shift. Okay. Try to just simply be. And the more that you can be, the easier things shift for you. Okay. Try to see your change as not a positive or a negative, rather a neutral. That helps you keep away from the emotional attachment that might drum up more negative change in your life. So if something rapidly changes, it's okay. It's actually for the better, even if it feels hard at the time. And I hope that one's helpful, Pinky. Thanks for showing up again. Sepwa says, hello, one card reading. Do you see me get a promotion at my job? Oh, let's see. Let's see what this says. And like I said, anybody watching this, feel free to comment, and I would love to get you a one card reading. If you would like a life path reading, one of these really in-depth readings, feel free to send me $25 on my PayPal, and I would love to do that for you. Oh, Sebwa, I got actually a warning card. I would say a promotion is maybe not in the cards right now. It might be that you need to have a little bit of extra training or something like that. But the rattlesnake is generally a warning card. I might even be worried about like, you know, something happening with your job or with your industry. So I would be like, you know, a little bit cautious about your job. And I would say maybe work a little bit extra hard. Don't be like weird and inauthentic and try to like prove yourself. Like, I'm going to work so hard that I'm going to prove myself. Because then people think like, oh, wow, I don't know about this guy. But just try to do what you can is what I mean by that. And if things have been a little bit like weird in the workplace where you're like, I don't know, it just feels a little bit out of balance, you know? If things have been a little bit out of balance for you in the work, especially, it might be time to make suggestions for change, especially to upper management. But for a promotion right now, not in the cards, haha, not in the cards right now. Maybe in the future, but I feel like something needs to shift before that promotion happens. And I'm not sure what that is. Oh, Elaiza's back. Elaiza said she just paid for Life Path reading. Very cool. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So I'm going to go ahead and do this Life Path reading for Elaiza. Thank you all for tuning in and joining, by the way. If you're still watching the stream, please, if you haven't already, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. It really super helps me. It helps me with the algorithm, all that good stuff. But let's go ahead and get this Life Path for Elaiza. This is going to be really wonderful, I can tell already just by shuffling the cards. And again, this is a 5-card draw, so we're going to go ahead and we've got your ruling energy. Very good. We've got your, let's see, nope, that one. We've got your body. We've got your Elaiza. Okay, I'm so sorry, Elaiza. I can't see you very well. The letters are so small and it's too far away from me. I appreciate you telling me that. But I'm calling you Elaiza like a silly. I've never heard of Elaiza before. I'm glad that you're Elaiza. That's wonderful. Thank you for telling me that. And let's see, we've got your mind. We've got your emotions. Oh, very good. Very good. This speaks to shift. I haven't even pulled all the cards yet, and this speaks to shift. That's wonderful. Yep. Shift. Total shift. Wow. All right, Elaiza, buckle up. Buckle up, my friend. Elaiza said that her name has an extra. That's okay. It's okay to have an extra, right? You're just extra like avocado or something, you know, on the side. That means you're just fancy. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, Elaiza, the energy that is ruling you, right? So the energy that's kind of ruling over your experience, ruling over your body, emotion, mind, spirit, energy, energy body, all of that stuff. What is ruling over you is, again, the god Chok. So if you remember all the way back in the beginning of this video, this is the god that I pulled for myself, for my own life path reading. And Chok is, I feel very connected to Chok for whatever reason. I actually have a Chok tattoo. You can't see it. I'll show you one day. But Chok is very important to me because I feel like he speaks to a very important message. And this message is, again, this message is of eliminating all that does not serve your life, you know? And when we talk about eliminating or like cutting things out or, you know, getting rid of things that don't serve your life. A lot of people think that it has to be like harsh, like it has to be mean, like you have to like, you know, all your friends that don't serve you anymore, you just slam the door in their face or something like that. And it doesn't have to be mean or harsh. Honestly, it just is about figuring out where you put your energy, focus, and attention, and giving your energy, focus, and attention to things that actually benefit you, benefit your existence, benefit you monetarily, benefit your mental and emotional health, benefit your spirit, benefit your soul, benefit your goals, right? So you are going to be focusing more on the energy that actually improves your existence. So Chalk asks you to look at everything in your life that grows and look at all of the people in your life. Do these people in your life help you grow? Or do they leave you feeling drained and depleted? Same thing about jobs. Does the job you have help you grow? Do you feel like you help other people? Do you feel like you are paid adequately? Or are you like, no, I do not feel good in this job. I do not feel like I am being taken care of well, you know? Also, this can speak to just experiences in general, right? Friends, family, partners, relationships, sometimes even whatever does not water you. It's time to stop watering it. Okay. And like I said, it doesn't have to be mean. You don't have to be mean to people. You don't have to be like, I'm just done with everybody. I'm just not, you know, I'm going to slam the door in the face. I'm going to not answer the phone. I'm going to be really super rude to them. You don't have to give your energy that way. You can just stop paying attention to people. And a lot of times when you just stop paying attention to people, they stop paying attention to you. So that would be a really good advice that I could give you. Really go through your life, maybe even make a list of people, places, things, experiences that do not serve you. And if you are having trouble like figuring out what serves me, what doesn't serve me, what really helps me, I encourage you to tune into your own intuition, your own emotional balance, and how you're actually feeling, right? So if you are talking to somebody and you feel like super great, you feel like super energized, you're like, oh, that was so fun. I'm so glad I got to talk to them today. This is one of these people you're going to keep in your experience. But if you have this interaction with somebody and you're like, you know, you talk to them and you're like, oh my God, I just feel like, so drained. I feel so tired. I just feel so like, just ridiculous. You know, I don't feel good. I don't feel good in my energy and in my life when I talk to this person. It's time to stop watering them. Stop watering them. And then on the other side of things, water the people who actually take care of you, right? Water the jobs that take care of you. Water the relationships and the experiences that actually take care of you. Spend more emotional time, emotional energy with them. Spend more energy in general with them. You know, think of them more often, light candles for them. Send them a text when you're thinking about them. So nurture those things in life that help you and stop paying attention to those things that do not help you. So I'm going to scroll down really quick. I feel like a bunch of people are commenting. Hang on, Elaiza. Elaiza says, LOL, yes. And then she said, I can't do much change since I'm military, but people do drain me. Okay. That helps because there's something coming up in your mind and work column. So we got Chalk, right? Figure out what works for you. Figure out what does not work for you, right? And wait, somebody else commented. Why can't I see this thing? Not the people in my job, just my life. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. I've got a little bit of a bone to pick with military because I feel like when you're 18, and I don't know if you got into the military when you were 18, but I feel like when you're 18, it's not very good to make like life decisions. And I feel like military is like a life decision. A lot of people are in there for 20 years or more, you know? And I don't know if that's good to like tell 18-year-old kids like, yeah, you should do this for 20 years. Like you're going to be like, what, 38 when you finish? Maybe older if you start later. I don't know. But whatever. I feel the same way about college loans and all of that stuff too. I don't feel like kids at 18 should know what they want to do for the rest of their lives. I feel like they should have fun for a little bit, you know? So whatever. That's just me personally. But let's get back to you, Elaiza. So we got Chalk as your ruling energy. So your body card, right? Your body is Chotito, the rabbit. Look at the rabbit. And so the rabbit talks about a divine balance, right? A divine balance. This talks about a divine balance specifically in your body, in your money, in your material world, that kind of thing. And this is speaking about making sure that you are acutely aware of the balance that is in your life. And what I mean by that is sometimes you do things that offend other people, but it's what protects your own balance, and it's okay. One of my friends, she told me the best thing in the world. She said, there is a difference between being nice and being polite, right? And I feel like a lot of the times, at least when I was younger, I was stuck being nice to people when really I just needed to be polite and kind of move on. So what I mean by that is it's okay to talk to people. It's okay to give them a response and all of that. And it doesn't always have to be flowery and kind. And you don't have to protect their emotions. Like you just don't have to protect people at all. So I feel like this might be what chalk is speaking about, what your ruling energy is speaking about. You have the ability and the energy to, you're allowed to be authentic. Like you are allowed to be authentic with yourself and with everybody else. And if other people are hurt by your authenticity or by the way you present yourself in the world, that is not your problem. That's not your fault. That has nothing to do with you at all. Admin, really quick, spammer again, thank you. But so this speaks to your own balance, right? Your own divine balance and your own ability to really like stick up for yourself. Honestly, that's what I'm really feeling drawn about this card is. And so it's okay to speak. It's okay to tell people things. And like I said, you don't have to protect their emotions after you deliver a message or after you speak your piece or after you speak your mind. And I think a lot of times, in fact, a really big message that Chalk has shared with me is sometimes when you don't speak your piece, you actually are hurting yourself, right? So like sometimes if you have a really hard message to give to somebody, it's really difficult to give that message. But if you keep that message inside of you, it can be almost damaging to you, right? Like you have this information or this something that you should share with somebody else and you're not sharing it. So you're being inauthentic to yourself and inauthentic to your own existence. So make sure that you're authentic, especially in regards to your needs, right? The things that you need, especially in the material world, be authentic about that. Be very authentic. And yeah, I feel like that's good. I don't know if you have any, like interest in, oh, see, yeah, that makes sense. Elaiza says that she struggles with a little bit of social anxiety, overthinking things. Yeah. And I mean, that could be something that Chalk wants you to look at too. So if you have like a lot in your mind all the time and your mind is constantly running, you have to think like, is this a good for me or is it bad for me? I think the answer is different for everybody. And I think sometimes if you have an overthinking mind or just like a really super fast mind, it can actually be a really good benefit for you if you can figure out how to channel that energy. It's just about figuring out how to flip the switch and to transmute that energy. So I am not saying to you, Elaiza, you need to change who you are. You need to change everything about yourself. You need to just be different. You just shouldn't struggle anymore. That's definitely not what I'm saying. I think that your struggle can be transmuted into something absolutely beautiful. And sometimes people with a lot of, quick running minds, they're super creative, man. They are super creative. They are, have this ability to think about things the way that other people can't. They can think outside the box. They are innovative. And innovation is something that is very valuable in our world. We all need people who are innovators and who are good thinkers. So people who tell me that they are overthinkers or they have anxiety, maybe other people might look down on you. But what I see is just potential, just the potential to change things. I mean, change things for the world, change things for your community, change things for yourself. You are a very big, powerful transmuter. If you have ADHD or anxiety or anything like that, that's simply what that means. You have too much energy in your mind and you don't know what to do with it. So that's okay. But I would very strongly recommend that you find some sort of creative outlet, because a lot of times when you think too much, if you can think too much about something you enjoy, then it's not too much, right? It's only too much if you're thinking about things that you don't enjoy. So keep that in mind. But moving forward, we're going to go into your mind quadrant, right? And so really quick though, Angela Raybon, like I said, I can't see, the letters are small, says, hi, how does this work? And so you can just comment and I'll give you a free 1-card reading. I'm in the middle of a life path reading right now with Elaiza. And if you would like a life path reading, just send me $25 and we can go ahead and do that. But Elaiza, your energy that is in your mind is Kali, the house. And so remember that that Kali house is like, it's not just like the house you live in, like it's actually your house, like it's your body. So this could really be a message for you to start a meditation practice. I know a lot of people who have quick minds, they don't like to hear that. They don't like to hear like, oh yeah, you should start meditation, because they think, oh my God, I sit down and I try to meditate and the whole world runs away from me and I just can't seem to get quiet enough to meditate. And so what I would advise to you is that you need to find ways to bring inner silence to your being, bring inner silence to your mind, especially, okay? So you are being called to have more inner silence, especially in the mind, to make your body and your house, what holds your spirit, a more comfortable place for you. And so the way that you have inner silence is going to look different than the way other people have inner silence, right? So a lot of people might be able to sit there and do their finger thing, om, and do their meditation or whatever. Some people can't do that. If you're not neurotypical, you have ADHD, you have anxiety, sometimes that type of meditation, Zen meditation, doesn't work for you. So what I encourage you to do right now is find other ways to get quiet. My probably favorite advice would be when you are having a conversation with somebody, right? This is the easiest way to do it. Look at that person, look at them in the eyes, look at their energy, look at their emotions, look at their spirit, and be so sucked into whatever it is that they're saying to you. Do not think about yourself. Do not think about how you're going to respond. Do not think about what you're going to say next. Only think about their words. Only think about what they are saying to you. Only think about the tone. Only think about how those words feel to you. Only think about that. And if you can only focus on what that person is saying to you, it is much easier for you to come into alignment with your own inner silence. And a lot of times that helps initiate inner silence. And the big secret here for a lot of people, who, again, who are not neurotypical, who are ADHD, anxiety, anything like that, PTSD, all of that stuff, the really big thing for inner silence is it can be scary if you've never done it, but the more that you practice it and the minute you feel it the first time, the easier it will be to slide into that inner silence again, okay? And this is going to help you a lot, just find balance in your life in general. So again, inner silence, you can find that by listening to somebody else speak. I mean, really listening to them. But you might try a non-traditional form of meditation, right? You might try a walking meditation. Maybe you walk down the road and you pay attention to what your body feels like. And you're not paying attention to your thoughts or to anything else that's going around you. You are simply walking and you feel your feet on the ground and you feel your body as you move and you feel what your arms feel like when you're moving back and forth. And you are totally present in your body at that moment instead of in your mind. And so this is just another example. I've got a million others, but we'll move on from that. But find inner silence however best you can. If you are a fast mind, sometimes it's easiest to listen to somebody else and create that silence for yourself. And Elaiza says, I'll have to try that with my husband. He always says, I lose where I'm at when he's talking. Yeah, exactly. That can be really hard. And I feel like that's something that my partner maybe might struggle with sometimes. I feel like sometimes he gets ahead of himself and his mind is thinking too much. I'm like, just listen to what I'm saying right here, right now. And he's like 12 steps ahead of me and I don't even need that. I just need what's right in front of me. So he's wonderful. And I think he is getting better. We all struggle with different things. But if you are ADHD, like I said, it can be more difficult for you to be right here. So you have to figure out how to train yourself to be right here. And once you do that, a lot of things shift for you in your experience, definitely. Angela said she'd like a 1-card reading. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. Let me finish with Elaiza. So Elaiza, we will move on now to your emotions and your relationship. Your emotion and relationship is Olin movement. And this is a really cool card. It just speaks a lot to movement and change. Real quick, Marissa says, hi, Marissa. I'm doing life path readings and free 1-card draws tonight. Feel free to comment if you'd like that. You're wonderful. But anyways, Elaiza, okay. Focus. I'm like a squirrel. Oh my goodness. Olin movement in the emotion and relationship quadrant speaks to a lot of wavy energy, like stuff is really moving and churning up in your emotions and your relationship. And this could be related to kind of like everything else. And I really feel like really this all goes back to the ruling energy, right? This goes back to chalk as a ruling energy. And chalk says that you need to get rid of things in your life that do not serve you, right? So think about things that are upsetting your emotional balance in life and try your best to either eliminate those things or to distract yourself from those things. Do something else instead, whatever that means to you. I feel like that message is very pertinent for some reason. Your Olin movement, though, speaks to change, right? That is the only thing that we know. That is the only thing that we know in life, is that things are going to be changing. Things are always going to be changing. Every single day, things will change for you. Every single moment, things will change for you. And so change can be a good thing, right? A lot of times humans get stuck in like one way of doing things and we are afraid of change. We're terrified that things will change, but things always will change. It's the only constant we have in life. The only thing that we know is going to happen is that things will eventually change again. That's the only thing that we know. And so your emotions are going to constantly change. No matter how much work you do in emotional balance, you will always have shifts and change in your emotion because you are alive. You are human. That is going to happen. So what you need to do is to learn how to ride out the waves, you know, learn how to steady your boat enough so that you are not emotionally drained, or rather, I should say energetically drained when you experience emotions. And like I said, we all go through different ebbs and flows in this time. You know, a time is always flowing and changing for us, so we have different cycles. But we need to look at change as neither a positive in our life or a negative in our life, but rather as a neutral in our life. Change is not something that happens. At least I don't believe this, right? I don't believe that change happens because some God is out there trying to wreck your life or trying to punish you or trying to even give you favor or blessings. I don't believe that. I just think that change and things happen in our life as a way to test us, or as a way to, again, just be a neutral force. It's like a hill, and you can choose to fall down the hill or you can choose to walk up the hill. The hill's not bad because it's there, and neither are your emotions. Your emotions aren't bad because they're there. You know, so this speaks to a lot of balance, right? A lot of balance in your life and your existence and in your emotions and relationship. So I hope that that helps you and that you're able to find a little bit more balance, emotional balance especially. Really quick, by the way, shameless self-plug, anybody who's still watching the stream, if you like this type of like messages, this type of symbolism, I do offer messages that are related to all of these symbols every single day on Patreon. Like every single day I make a message about what the energy of this is of the day. I connect to the energy, I connect to the calendar, I connect to the day, and I give people intuitive messages on how to stay balanced based on all of that. So if you are still watching the stream and you are interested in that, go check out my Patreon. It's like super cheap too, because I love what I do. But hang on one second. Elaiza says, I am 2 months postpartum. Do you think it's also intertwined with this? I feel like the changed emotions are going so crazy and fast. Elaiza, yes, absolutely. 100%. That definitely speaks to that. Postpartum changes you, right? Having a baby changes you. That just changes everything. It changes your relationships. It changes, oh my gosh, everything in your life and in your existence. Really quick, Rebecca, you're the sweetest. She says she loves my Patreon. Oh, thank you so much, Rebecca. You're wonderful. But no, this definitely could be related to postpartum or just hormones, you know, like that. Women have it harder. People who have bodies that cycle have it harder because we have to deal with hormonal changes. And if you have a baby, you have to deal with even more hormonal changes. So yeah, this could be part of that. So what I would say is if you're still dealing with some of that stuff with just changing with a new life change, especially, it could be time for you to slow down a little bit, and especially for you to, again, see this change as a neutral effect. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's up to you to transmute what happens, you know? And if you are feeling a little bit unbalanced, there is an herb called motherwort, and you can make a tea. You can get a tincture. Motherwort can be very helpful in like mood stabilization, especially after you have a baby. I do herbalism like a granny herbalist, but you probably shouldn't take advice from some random person on YouTube. So contact an herbalist in your area or a doctor, something like that. Doctors don't know nothing about herbs. Contact like a natural doctor or something like that. Contact somebody else who can give you better advice than just me passing and telling you to take an herb over YouTube is what I'm trying to say. But look into motherwort, maybe do more research on that. Motherwort can be very helpful in that respect, and I hope that's helpful. But moving forward in your spirit quadrant, you've got the lizard. Okay, so the lizard in the spirit quadrant speaks to a great change, great movement, great energy, but especially in the spirit. This is, on this card, this actually shows a midwife, right? So this is kind of connected to, you know, your experience of having a baby. This midwife is holding this baby and blessing this baby, and there's guardians over top of this midwife and this baby, right? And so this is an energy of like facilitation. So this could really honestly, like very truly honestly mean, Elaiza, that you are somebody who is like destined for spirit, like destined to, you know, become a healer yourself, or destined to help people out in the spiritual world. And I know I tell this story a lot, but I just love this woman. So I talk about her a lot when I do readings, but I met this lady who is like a server, and she's been a server her whole life. And she is like a shaman or like a minister, like a priest who is a server, and she sits with people and she is able to serve them drinks and serve them food, but also connect with them on an emotional and spiritual level. And she gives them emotional and spiritual medicine just by being a server. So what I mean by that is you don't have to go out and get ordained to become a minister or, you know, start a church or something like that. you can be a spiritual teacher and a spiritual helper, a spiritual facilitator, really at any job, any chosen job that you want, you know? So if you want to do whatever you want to do in your life, you can do that and still help people in their spirit. You simply must be intentional and present with them. And that's all that there is. But this is, it could be the early signs that it might be time to shift who you are. It might be time to shift your spiritual perspective. It might be time to elevate your spiritual perspective and spend more energy, attention, focus on who you are as a spiritual person, because later in your life, or maybe even right now, you could help people. And I mean, really on a deep spiritual connection type level. I mean, really super help people. This is a really clear omen about that. And so I hope that that is helpful. Like I said, if you guys who have gotten life path readings want additional kind of information, you can PM me and I can get you that extra info. No problem. You just have to tell me what cards came up for you. Really quick. Yep. Perfect. And Marissa says, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I'm great. Real quick, Rebecca commented and said, I love the walking suggestion. I try to do like a meditation type thing in the shower and all the water moving over me feels great. Yeah, Rebecca, I love like intentional showers and baths. For me, it just feels like really cleansing, really purifying, and it feels really beautiful, really beautiful. It's so good to be able to be intentional with yourself. And I remember there was a time in my life where I had a really fast mind, and I still have a pretty fast mind, but I feel like I couldn't tune into anything. Like I couldn't even take a shower intentionally. I just had like so many thoughts rolling over my mind, and it was so difficult to just decompress. And it was very difficult. Yeah. So I would say intentionality, mindfulness, that type of thing, especially like ritual bathing, ritual walking, ritually washing my dishes. That is the type of thing that helped me get into a more calm, quiet state of mind. And it definitely helped me kind of, I think, shift my energy. I feel a lot better in myself and in my energy since I've done that. So yeah, I think that's wonderful. And let's see. Marissa says that my Patreon's awesome and support her because I'm amazing. Thank you, Marissa. Marissa and Rebecca, you guys are wonderful. But Marissa says, I would like to do, oh, dang. She would like to do a 1-card reading because she's in spotty service. Okay, Marissa, let's do a 1-card reading for you. And I would love to do that. Hang on one second. There we go. I'm going to highlight that comment because I feel like it's super sweet. You make me proud. Oh, wait, this is the wrong deck. Okay, hang on, Marissa. I'm going to pull one of these cards for you. Anybody still watching on the stream, like I said, feel free to comment if you would like a 1-card reading. If you would like one of those really super like in-depth readings, one of those life path readings, just send me $25 on PayPal. Like I said, that's a steal because I normally do these readings for like $60 because they take a lot of my time. I've only done like, I think 5 readings tonight, and I've already been live almost 2 hours. So they are very in depth, but it's worth it. It's well worth it. So Marissa, let's go ahead and pull this card for you. Marissa, ooh, you got the butterfly. Let me show you. I love this card. It's very pretty. So believe it or not, the butterfly has got some like underworld vibes, right? And we talked about this last Throat Punch Thursday, but like a butterfly means you are goo. A butterfly is this horrifying worm creature that crawls around and eats leaves and stuff, and then it puts itself in a hard shell, and then it liquidates and turns into goo, and then one day it comes out of the shell and it flies and it's pretty. Life is so weird. Life is so weird. So right now, when you get the butterfly, that means that you are goo. You're in this process of metamorphosis, or you're in this process of change. You're in this process of like really breaking down barriers in your life. And it can be scary. It can be scary to break down. It can be scary to break down. But what happens when you emerge from that goo? You are different. You are elegant. You are authentic, right? The caterpillar is not authentic to what the butterfly is, right? And so you cannot become the butterfly if you are the caterpillar. And a caterpillar is impossibly not a butterfly. And it could never be a butterfly unless it completely dissolved itself into nothing to re-emerge into something beautiful. So it is okay to dissolve and to lose yourself for a small time for this transmutation journey, So if you are feeling like there is a lot of pressure and there's a lot of things that you're doing and there's just a lot of moving pieces and you're like, I feel real drained right now, it's okay. It's okay because you are in this process of metamorphosis, change, renewal. Yes, absolutely. I hope that helps, Marissa. Elaiza said she definitely look into that. You're very welcome. Oh, Angela, I'm so sorry. You did comment and I skipped over you. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 1-card reading for Angela too. If you guys are still watching this and you like a 1-card reading, feel free to comment or go ahead and send me 25 bucks and I will do one of these super, super in-depth life path readings for you. Yes, Angela, I will go ahead and pull this for you. Oh, Angela, very nice. So if you guys watch my Patreon, or not my Patreon, if you guys watch my YouTube, I do new videos every new trichania, and we are in a coatl snake trichania. And guess what you pulled, Angela? You pulled the snake. You pulled the snake. So the snake is a very important energy that is surfacing in your life right now. The snake talks about authenticity and brutal honesty. I guess that's the best way to put it, right? But it's about being so honest with yourself and being so honest with yourself, not because somebody told you should be honest, not because your mom was like, don't tell lies when you were growing up, but because you want to protect your own energy, right? So every time you lie, even to yourself, even a white lie, or every time you're just not incredibly truthful, brutally honest with yourself, you're actually protecting a version of yourself that is not real, that is not authentic. And honesty can be painful sometimes. So this is a message that it is time to be brutally honest with yourself. If you're looking for more like direction on how to do that, you can check out one of the last videos I uploaded. And I uploaded, I think, like last, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. But it was the last turning of the new snake coatl trichania. So check out that new Patreon video to find more ways to be brutally honest with yourself if you're interested in that type of thing. But that should really help, I think, shift your energy, shift your perspective and momentum. But overall, the snake is also a message of vitality and life force. So I feel like that's a really good omen for you in terms of just life in general as well. So I hope that that one's helpful, Angela. Oh, Elaiza. Yes. Elaiza says, I have always wanted to become an officer for the military, and she is now thinking about perhaps becoming a chaplain. Yes, absolutely. So, Elaiza, I would think I would probably never join an organization like a religion or a military or something like that. But if I did, I would definitely want to be a chaplain because I feel like that would be an opportunity to really help people on a very deep level. And that's really good emotional work. That's very good emotional work. So maybe it does mean that you run out and go get ordained, Eliza. I'm not certain. But if you are thinking about that, that card that I pulled, okay, that midwife lizard card in the spirit, that would be a very strong marker or indication that that would be a good career path for you. So if you can pursue that, if you can talk to commanding officers or figure out what the process is in becoming a chaplain, that actually sounds like everything in that card reading is in good alignment for that decision. So wow, that would be a really good shift for you. I think if that is something that is open on your path and on your experience, I think that would be a good opportunity for you. Angela says, thank you. You're very welcome. Hey, Brittany, I actually didn't read for you yet, but I wanted to do a life path reading for you, if that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm so sorry. I did skip over you, but I'm going to go ahead and do a life path reading for Brittany because I feel like that would be really good. I feel like you need it. Yes, let's do it. So again, we're going to pull 5 of these cards, and this is a really in-depth reading. Maria's son commented and said, hey, can I get a reading? I'm just about to start a life path reading and I already started shuffling. Tune in, watch this life path reading, and then I will do a 1-card reading for you, Maria's son, Thunderhawk. But anybody else watching this stream, please thumbs up, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. It really helps me. Yeah, for real. And it helps with the algorithm, all that good stuff. But Brittany, I am shuffling these cards. And you are very welcome. I am glad to do it. But if you are watching this, this feed, this thread, please comment. I'll get you a reading, or send me 25 bucks and I'll get you a life path reading. These are real super fun. But here we go, Brittany. We've got 1 card, and that is your ruling energy. And like I said, this is 5 cards. Hang on, let me shuffle some more. We've got ruling. We've got body. We've got mind. We've got emotion. And we've got finally spirit. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is shift. These are a lot of spiritual messages. This is a lot. This is a lot, Brittany. This is a lot. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do Brittany's life path reading. My name, buddy. So your ruling energy, right? The energy that is surrounding you, the energy that sustains your life, the energy that moves you forward into authenticity, into alignment, the energy that is driving your collective experience right now is Tezcatlipoca. And remember, we said Tezcatlipoca was the god of the smoking mirror, right? And the smoking mirror talks about shadow work. It talks about the need for reflection. It talks about the need for moving forward in our lives in good authenticity. And remember, we talked about the smoke before. We talked about the smoke when we got the smoking mirror last time. And the smoke is everything that is a distraction to your life, a distraction to your perception. And we got a little quantum, remember, right? Nobody can have the same exact perception because everybody is so distracted by all of the things that are going on. And we don't have the attention or capacity to actually see reality for what it is. We can only see reality for what we can see reality as. So that is powerful. If you can only see reality for what reality is to you, how many opportunities are you missing out on that you can't even see? You can't even see. You can't even see them because you can't see everything. You can see everything, but you can't see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Sorry, I couldn't resist. But anyways, moving forward, Brittany. So you got your Tezcatlipoca in the center. This is a call for shadow work. This is a call for removing distractions in your life and for transmuting the things about yourself that you think that you don't like very much. Sometimes your greatest weaknesses or your greatest, points about yourself that you do not enjoy or appreciate can actually be your greatest strengths. And in your body quadrant, we'll move on to the body. We got the Kali card, Kali in relationships. And so, or in relationships, Kali in your body. Ooh, I'm starting to get silly now. But Kali, again, is this message of body. It's this message of, yeah, you got body in your body, honestly. So this could be, to me, an indication that it might be time to practice more presence in your body, like practice more presence, energy, attention, alignment in your body. But really, I feel like this could also be maybe a call to do like more ritual cleansing, ritual bathing, paying really good attention to your body, right? Maybe cleaning up your diet. Your body is your container, is your house, is your spirit. It's not your spirit. It's where your spirit is housed, is what I'm trying to say. But Kali in your body quadrant really speaks to treating your body like a temple. I know that that's super cliche. And I once saw this meme that was like, my body is a temple, but it's like a crazy temple in Taiwan where monkeys throw around and poop everywhere. And I'm like, no, that's not your temple. Your temple is what houses your spirit, and your temple is beautiful. I have been a medical massage therapist for 5 years now, I think. I'm trying to do math. Nope. Oh my God, I'm old. I've been a medical massage therapist for 6 years now, since 2015. And I love every single body. Like, I don't think that I ever walk into a store or see anybody and I'm ever like, that's a terrible body. I'm always like, look at everybody's body. It's so cool. It's working. It's functioning. They're alive. I love bodies so much. So I don't think your body is a bad temple in Taiwan with monkeys that are pooping everywhere. I think your body is beautiful and unique. And I wish that everybody watching the stream, really everybody in the world, could learn to shift their alignment and energy to come to a place where they believe also that their body is beautiful and functional and wonderful. So this is a message of self-love, of really loving your body. And if you don't love your body right now, that's okay. I mean, we can't all do all the things all at once. And I feel like I have a lot of like body positivity and I do a lot of work with bodies, but still sometimes even I look at my body and I say, my body should be different. I should do more to make my body look different. I should do these things. And I'm even critical on myself, even with as much as I love bodies. It's like, that other kind of conundrum. Like I love everybody else's body, but I look at my body and I'm like, I don't know about my body though, right? Because we always think about ourselves differently. We think about everybody else. So this is an opportunity for you to practice that self-love, practice that deep reflection of loving, respecting, honoring who you are as a person, everything that your body has given you, everything that your body has given you in this experience, And moving forward, we're going to move on to the mind now. And in the mind, we got our vulture card, okay? And vulture is this beautiful message of kind of like moving forwards and dreaming. It's a really big message of dreaming. And dreaming is like stalking. Like we talked about stalking before, not the like bad stalking where you go to jail, but like magical stalking. Dreaming is also a practice, like a magical practice. And it's one that I think is not very much honored in the Western world. And like I said before earlier in the stream, I am a chaos magic practitioner. I like chaos magic. So to me, dreaming is part of my chaos magic, and a lot of other things that maybe other people wouldn't think about are part of my chaos magic. It's part of how I practice magic. So when you get the vulture in the mind, it is an indication that you should practice dreaming, but practice it with magical intent, okay? And so maybe try lucid dreaming techniques, or it could be a symbol that maybe you are not daydreaming enough. And what I mean by that is maybe you are not honoring and loving and responding to your daydreams, or maybe you don't daydream at all anymore. Maybe you're too practical and you have too many responsibilities and too much work and all this, and you just don't daydream anymore. Because every time a daydreamer thought of inspiration or creativity strikes into your mind, you go, oh, that's wonderful creativity, but I have all this work to do. So this is a message to dream, whether that is a dreaming practice, a magical practice for you, or just allowing yourself to daydream. I think that a lot of people just like totally kill, decimate, destroy wonderful dreams, ideas, innovations that could help humanity. We destroy them because we think, oh, I have too many other things to do. I can't put this innovation into fruition. I can't even allow myself to dream up this beautiful thing because I'm so busy with other things. So allow yourself to dream. What is the dream specifically that you think right now? You're thinking of it right now, right? You're like, I love this dream. I would do this thing if I could, but I can't do it because of blank reason. Whatever that dream is, allow yourself to dream that. And the more that you dream it, the more that you focus on it, the more that you bring intention to it, the more that you can transmute things and shift into your life so that you can make that dream align closer to your reality. But if you don't dream, you can't shift to reality. So you need to dream. Oh my gosh, is he chopping onions again? I'm crying. I'm so sorry, guys. I've never cried on a stream before, but wow, my eyes are watering. Whew. Anyways, we're moving on, Brittany, now to your emotion and relationship. And just like in the last quadrant, I got the Olin movement for your emotion and relationship. I hope I don't look terrible on stream with me crying. Oh my goodness. Anyways, Olin movement again speaks to change. It speaks to this idea that everything is always in a constant state of shift and flux and change and awareness. And so the only thing we can count on is that things will change. Change is a very good thing. It's a very beautiful thing. And maybe I'm crying because you need to cry. I don't know. I felt like when I cried last time, it was very relevant to the reading. So maybe you need to have some sort of emotional release too. Woo! But anyways, this speaks to the energy of movement and change and shifting things in your life. And understand that change is a very good thing. Even though it makes a lot of people uncomfortable, understand that change helps us shift energy and move forward into new areas of fun, of experience, of opportunity for ourselves. And so what I mean by that is understand that change is actually a good thing, because change means that you only have to do hard things on one day, right? So if you have a really wicked day today, you don't ever have to do this horribly wicked, challenging, trialing day ever again. You don't ever have to do it again. So take heart in change, because when things are bad, you know that things are going to change. But also be so much gratitude, so much graciousness for your good times as well. Because your good times mean that eventually things will shift and they won't be so good again. So the nature of Olin movement teaches us that things are always in a state of flux and of change, which is why I get so mad at the toxic positivity people, because I feel like we're always in a constant state of shift, flux, and change. And we can't ever make things stagnant and make things perfect. We can't always be high vibe tribe all the time. We are always changing, shifting, moving alignments. And so we need to honor that. We need to be honoring of our shift. We need to be honoring of the fact that things in life do change, and we have to figure out how to deal with those changes. So what I recommend to people is learn to look at change in your life as a neutral. Learn to look at change as something that is not a good, it's not bad, it's not a punishment, it's not a reward. It's just something that happens. You do with it what you will after it happens. But you can't control change. You can't stop it. And, you know, I say this pretty often in readings, but change is not painful, right? Change is not painful. Your relationship to change is painful. Your, you know, hesitancy to change is painful. But change itself is not painful. When you cling on to a life that is no longer yours, that is painful. Change is not painful. So think about that. Think about how change can lead you to authenticity. And moving forward to the last one, and I think it's a doozy. We'll see, right? But your last card is your card in your spirit, right? And your card in your spirit is Xochitl Flower. And so remember, Xochitl Flower is a message of things opening and expanding. Opening. Okay. So I want to, again, bring attention to your ruling card. Your ruling card was Tezcatlipoca, and he is a need for shadow work, a need for removing distractions from your life. And so in your spirit card, you get the flower, which is this message of things blooming for you, right? It's a message of things growing and being beautiful and being abundant in your life, especially in your spirituality. This is not like you're on the side of a road and you pick up a flower and it was unexpected. That's not what this is. This is more like a garden, a spiritual garden that you have watered, nourished, grown, given the proper sunlight, given the proper nurture, and now it is blossoming. Okay. So you are entering into this alignment, this medicine, this era of spirit. And this can be a very good opportunity for you to feel closer to yourself as a spiritual person, or to feel closer to spirit. Whatever it is that brings you spiritual comfort, now is the time to act on that. Now is the time to act on that, okay? Because things are opening up, blooming, blossoming for you in new, exciting, and even unexpected ways. But I think that this shift, this bloom, is indicative on your shadow work. I really feel like this is a big component of this bloom, and that once you release this main core in this whatever shadow work it is that you're working on in your life right now, everything blooms for you. Everything shifts. Okay. So it's like a Rubik's Cube, and everything is shifting right now, and you're about to open up and to flower, to bloom into a new level of awareness. And Brittany, I hope that was helpful for you. Sorry, that was a little bit long. All right, my friends, let's move on. Like I said, anybody still watching this reading, feel free to comment and I will get you a 1-card reading. Or if you send me $25, I will get you one of these really super in-depth life path readings. Okay, moving on, my friends. We're going to go ahead and do a 1-card reading for Thunderhawk. Perfect, Thunderhawk. I am happy that you are joining the stream. Like I said, please do a thumbs up, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. That really super helps me in these readings and with the algorithms. So we'll go ahead and pull a card for you. Okay. Ooh, okay, Thunderhawk. You also got the snake. The snake speaks to being brutally honest with yourself and living in authenticity with yourself. So now is the time to ask yourself, what am I doing that doesn't quite feel like me? How am I hiding myself from myself? How am I hiding my true self from my friends? How am I hiding my true self from my family? How am I hiding my true self from everybody who is around me? Why do I do it? Why do I hide my true self? These are questions you should be asking yourself. Every time you hide your true self, or every time you act in a way that is not authentic to your true self, you are actually putting your energy and attention, awareness, emotion, creation, power into upholding a mask that is not actually you. And it takes so much energy to uphold that mask. It takes so much energy to tell people that you are something that you are not. It is much easier to live and exist in a neutral way and to be authentic and to tell people what's on your mind. But I hope that is helpful for you, Thunderhawk. Hi, my name is Calvin. No, my name is Calvin. Hi, Calvin. If you would like a reading, feel free to comment. If you would like one of these life path readings, go ahead and send me $25 and I would love to get one for you. But Bethany says she would love a single card guidance, getting out of like an energy slump, lots of changes. Oh yes, Bethany. Oh yes. I think I did reading for you before you had made the shift to move or something like that, or maybe it was right after. And I felt like it was good then. I felt like it was a good omen. It was like, yes, now is the time to move. So let's get one of these cards and see what they say. Yeah. So you got the Raven. I'm going to show you this card, Bethany. The Raven is a card of magic, but it's also a card of balance and dualities. Okay. So I feel like you are coming into a magical era where you either have a partner. I do want to use the word partner, and I'm not sure if this means like a relationship partner, if this just means a magical partner. And what I mean by that is like somebody who you can do magic with, you know. But I strongly feel like that you're coming into the energy of finding a partner, a really good partner, maybe not a life or romantic partner, but a really good partner who can help you shift timelines. Like, I mean, wreck the world if you wanted to. This is really important to you. I don't know if that helps you with getting the guidance of the energy or mood slump, but if you have recently had people enter into your life who you feel like would be really good magical partners, this might be time to engage those people in magical activities. So whatever that means to you, that will bring you balanced energy alignment. A lot of my friends who are more like witchy, pagan, whatever, they do rituals and things like that, they are self-practice. Like they are solitary people. And it can be really, really, oh my God, really magical to find somebody else who is like, you know, almost like your energetic double, somebody who can help you in areas where you're not really, you know, naturally talented in, or where you don't have that alignment in. So a magical partner is coming your way. And I hope that's helpful. I dropped all my cards, dang it. Okay, I got the cards, and let's check our dudes. Oh, we got 100 messages on Restream. Yes, thank you guys. Brittany Alexander says, thank you. That was fantastic. And several things started working on. I knew that the body one was going to be bad. I'm not fond of the functionality of this body. Also, sorry it made you cry. Oh, I can't read the rest of this. Hang on one second. She says, sorry it made you cry. I have Asperger's, so I tend to lack the ability to show emotions, and I can't read the rest of that. Okay, I understand exactly what you're saying, Brittany, because I recently have started seeking a diagnosis for autism as an adult, because I've always been like the weird one in my friend group. I don't really have a lot of friends, and you guys who have been watching my streams for a while, you probably can hear the fact that I speak differently than most other humans. It's not that I speak poorly or I speak bad or wrong. I just speak differently. And I have had people, like if I teach classes and stuff, I have had people like make fun of me for the way that I speak and for my speech patterning and things like that. They're like, you have such a weird accent. Like, where do you come from? Like, I don't have an accent. Like, I'm just autistic. So I understand that about the emotion type thing. And like I said before in one of these previous readings, somebody had told me, like, when you need to shift your emotions or shift your energy, like you just process your emotions and it's that easy. And I have like PTSD and like a lot of crazy stuff has happened to me in my life. And so when somebody says to me, like, you just process your emotions and you just feel the emotions and you just move on, like that does not compute in my brain. Like, I don't understand what somebody means when they say, just tune into your emotions and process it. Like, it doesn't click for me because my brain doesn't work the way that other people's neurotypical brains do. So for me, when somebody said to process your emotions, what actually works best for me is like literally sitting in those emotions. Like, you know, I a lot of times feel really deep things and I can't put a name to those emotions. And I don't know what that means. So you can't process something if you can't quantify it, if you can't put a name to it. So what's really helped me in shifting emotions is not just like, oh, saying like, oh, I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm happy. But like actually, even if I don't know what I'm feeling, just like sitting with that energy, breathing, even closing my eyes sometimes open palms, sometimes with my palms down on my hands, on my thighs, but just sitting, breathing, connecting with my body and saying, what emotion am I feeling? And if I can't come up with a name for it, actually feeling that emotion in my body. And I mean, even if you can't quantify an emotion, you can still feel it in your body. You can still feel that emotional energy. And so that has helped me shift and process emotions as somebody who is not neurotypical. So I hope that that information is helpful to you because physically feeling that emotion has been really good for me. It has been way better for me than anything else, honestly. Like actually feeling, sitting, I feel this here in my body, breathing and letting that emotion go. But I hope that's helpful. But Bethany says her best friend is rooming in with her from Chicago. So she's moving in with a magical partner. Yes. Yes. Yes, Bethany, that is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So I really strongly feel like that message was very much directed at you. And I think that this move will not only be beneficial, but that it could be magical as well. Like it could be an opportunity or experience for you to really, like I said, turn the world upside down if you wanted to with this person. A lot of times these magical people are put into our lives so that we can do really good work. And I wish you well in that. That's wonderful. All right, friends, let's see. Wait, I've got something else. Let's see. Oh, Bethany, you sent me a crap ton of money. Let's do a life path reading for Bethany too. And I think maybe that'll be the last one of the night. You guys, it's been 2 hours and oh geez, it's 9 o'clock where I'm at and I need to go eat dinner. So Bethany, let's do this life path reading for you. Okay. Let's do this life path reading and we will see what these cards have to say about where you're at and where you're going and how to move forward. So we got our ruling card. Oh, this ruling card that's a doozy. That's a doozy. It's what you need. It's what you need, Bethany. But let's see. We got mind or body. Let's see. Body, mind. Oh, I love these cards. This is great. This is great, Bethany. And emotion. And spirit. Wow. 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 This speaks to magical shift to me. More so than the one card draw did, Bethany. That is wild. Okay, Bethany, the ruling card, the ruling energy that you got from this reading is Tonatui, father-son. Father-son is similar to Chalk in that they ask you, what are you doing with your life? But Tonatui asks you to show proof for your life. Show proof for your life. And so what I mean by that is a lot of us have these big ideas, big aspirations, big manifestations, big things coming down our way on the pike, but we're not really working to make those things come about, right? So your manifestation has to be more than what you think about. You can't just say, oh, I'm thinking about this and I'm going to manifest it, and then it just happens. I mean, maybe if you're really great at manifesting, you've been manifesting for hundreds of years or something, maybe you're really great and you can just think about it and things happen. And maybe sometimes little things happen, right? Maybe you think about driving to work and getting all green lights and you actually do, right? But if you're trying to bring a really big thing into fruition, a really big thing, I'm talking, like I said, turn the world upside down, right? You can't just say, oh yeah, hey, I want to turn the world upside down and expect it to happen. No, you have to put your energy, alignment, attention, focus into making that shift, making that happen. So Tonatui again asks you, what are you doing with your life? And are what you're doing with your life actually moving you forward into energy alignment and what's that word? Energy alignment and actually productivity towards what you are working for. Okay. And so this could be a call to cut out excess, cut out things that are not driving you forward towards this manifestation. I feel like with you moving across the country, that's a hell of a way to cut out excess. That cuts out a whole entire community, a whole entire group of people, which I'm sure some people you'll miss, some communities you'll miss, but this opens up a whole new opportunity for you. You totally cut one thing out and you're placing yourself into this other existence where you are going to have way more opportunities there than you ever would here. Okay. So this is major for you. This is good. This is like a turning path in your life, right? And I don't know if you guys read palms or do any of that, but your left hand or your non-dominant hand, I had to check to make sure it was my left actually. Your left hand is supposed to be, this is what your life should be if nothing ever changed. And your right hand shows how your life path has differed from your left hand. So I'm telling you, this move right now is something that changes the lines on your right hand. This shifts timelines for you. This shifts a reality. This shifts everything. This shifts everything. And this is that little poof, that little oomph, that little extra burst of energy that you have required for a long time that you have not been able to find. You have not been able to find the energetic resources to do the thing that you want to do because it's just not there. It is not here. It's somewhere else. And you are leaving now to find that somewhere else. That was just the ruling energy. Let's keep going now. So we have got the body card now. We've got body, and you've got your Kiawitl rain in your body. So remember, Kiawitl is, I mean, it's rain, yes, but it is about nurture. It's about nurture, fertilization. It's about things that grow in your life. And so this is asking you to be kinder to your body. Be kinder. I don't know what that means for you exactly. This could mean if you know that gluten makes you mad or sugar makes you mad and your body hates you when you take sugar or gluten and you keep taking these things, maybe it's time to stop, right? Or maybe this means that you need to change the way that you move, change the way that you are using your body. Maybe you have been in a job and it's really been bad on your body. You know, I think like a lot of desk job people, their body shows wear and tear. I don't know if that's you or not, but if you have a job that is very taxing or straining on your body, it could be time to think about how to work in a more efficient manner so that you're not hurting yourself, or possibly do different things to change your body. So more like yoga, stretching, functional movement, that kind of thing. But I strongly feel like this means that you're not nurturing your body enough. If you are moving and doing everything else in your life, sometimes it's hard to find that nurture for your body because you're busy nurturing business, nurturing career, nurturing social media, nurturing all the things that are really super important, but you forget to nurture your body. So this is a very strong message that you will run yourself ragged and make yourself sick if you do not pay attention to your body. So this is very serious, very, very serious, I think. Not like, oh, Bethany's going to get sick or something bad's going to happen, but I mean very serious as in now is the time to make that shift for yourself. So whatever you can do, and again, not P90X, not keto, not some crash thing, do something sustainable. Make a plan tonight to change something for your body and to make it feel more nurtured, feel more nourished, feel more supported, that kind of thing. That is very super important to you right now in this moment. And the next card that we are going to look at is your mind work quadrant. Dang, I pulled this one when I pulled my life path reading at the beginning of this message. And what you got here, Bethany, you got the dog in the mind. And again, the dog is a message of traveling to new places so you can shift your energy. Wow, this is what I've been talking about, man. This is what I have been talking about this whole time, this whole reading. The dog is another confirmation that a move is in your energy and awareness. So if you have been feeling like really stressed out, really like, oh my gosh, like I really want this thing to happen and I feel like there's so much resistance and it's really hard for me to move forward, you just have to be tenacious and continue walking. You are doing the right thing. This move is not bad for you. This is not bad for you. This is very good for your energy, very good for your alignment. This is literally speaking to the fact that if you, for whatever reason, decided not to do this move, you would see a decrease in energy and your energetic resources. You would be taking a step away from your authenticity. And that's not bad. You don't have to move, right? You can find authenticity on a different path. But if you take this path, it drives you closer to authenticity. It drives you closer to that energetic shift that you have been hoping to achieve for some time now. It has not happened because you haven't met the right people, you are not in the right place, and you are not doing the right things. You can't do those things until you physically shift spaces. So big things are coming to you. This is very, very important. And it is almost like an omen or like a blessing for your move, for your travel. This is blessed by the gods, by Brittany freaking Chavez, by whatever you want to say, by Tona Tui the sun. You are blessed. You are blessed to move forward and to go do this thing and to start your life. And this is the start of your life, by the way. You might have think that your life started a long time ago, but it really hasn't. This marks a shift that starts your life in a way that you have not yet dreamed about. You have not yet dreamed about this shift. This is really, really intense stuff. And so, sorry, it's so intense. But the next card that we're going to look at is your emotion and relationship. You got the dragon, right? What's the message of the dragon? I told everybody when I got my dragon tattoo, right? The message of the dragon is, if you don't make peace with your power, it will consume you. It will consume you. And so this is talking about resolving power. My friend, you have a lot of emotional power. You have a lot of emotional power and connection. And so what I mean by that is you have the ability to reach people's emotions and to help them shift. Okay, to help them shift on incredible levels, on levels, again, that you haven't even thought about yet. And as you shift, you're going to shift everybody else along with you. So everybody who touches Bethany Blair in any way, whether that's through a contact, whether that's through a social media message, whether that's through a text message, whether that's through a handshake, everybody who touches Bethany Blair will be eligible for this shift. Hop on the train. We are ready. So this speaks to a lot of power. I can tell you I've got a lot of power in other quadrants, maybe not in emotions, but I think I've got good power in communication, right? And I feel like when you use your power, it can be a little scary. I think, especially if you are just now realizing that you have this power, this ability to shift a people's emotions, shift your own emotions, shift emotional energy and that kind of thing. Okay. So what I mean by that is once you realize that what you do actually works, you can be like, holy crap, that actually worked. And you can get scared. Don't get scared. Do not get scared. If you do not step into your power, it will consume you. Okay. If you hide your power from other people, it will consume you. I believe, you don't have to believe this. You can, like I said, always with readings, take what resonates, throw away what doesn't. I believe if you have powers and you don't use them, that again is taking a step away from your own authenticity. You have powers to help shift people on the emotional plane. When you shift people on the emotional plane, it shifts everything else. It shifts everything else, because your emotions are probably one of the single-handedly most important factors in how your energy permeates and expands out into the universe. If your emotions are in a bad place, you're in a bad place. You are in a bad place. And it might be a temporary place because emotions are temporary, passing through your body, but it is still a bad place. And so you have this power and ability to shift emotions. And I have been ranting about this now for probably 3 minutes, but it's really super important, Bethany. You can shift emotions, step into that power. I don't know what that means for you. I don't know if that is a Reiki journey, if that is you going to school, getting hypnotherapy degree or past life regression, something like that. But you have the power to shift people's emotion. Whatever resonates with you, or if you've already taken training to help people with that, or if you know something naturally that other people do not, step into it. Step into that ability to shift others, because you can help. You can help. And that is going to help you also become your most best, highest, authentic self. By helping other people shift, you achieve shift yourself. By healing other people, you heal yourself. What you do to others is also done to you. And so we usually say that like, oh yeah, you punch somebody in the eye, they're going to punch you back. But this works for healing as well. As you heal others, you are healed yourself. So this is very important work. This is very important work. Very important. The last card we have here is in the spirit quadrant. We've got the vulture. When the vulture comes up in the spirit, this is speaking to you of the hidden path, right? The hidden path. The hidden path is the path that nobody else wants to take. Nobody else wants this path. Everybody else says, no, that's a stupid path. I don't want that path. That path is actually like, it's ordinary. Everybody takes that path. It's whatever. The hidden path is a path that nobody wants, right? So most people are stuck in their energy, pushing out energy, right? They're pushing out and they're trying to stir chaos, or they're turning inward and they're doing other things and they're causing chaos in their own life. I think there's only like two types of people in the world, right? They're causing chaos for other people, or they're causing chaos for themselves. And that's how they, permeate or exist their energy. There are some people that wish to take the third path, and they wish to not cause chaos outwardly or cause chaos inwardly. They just wish to take what nobody else wants. And I'll tell you what, if you take the things that nobody else wants, nobody will fight you for them, right? And so what this could mean practically for you, look for the keywords that nobody else wants. Because if you can find a keyword that is extremely high search that nobody else is ranking for, then you have the ticket. And I really feel like that helps you. I don't know if it helps you, but I feel like it does. But it doesn't have to deal with just SEO and keywords and things like that. Take the things that nobody else wants. If you feel like there are topics that nobody else wants to touch, if you feel like there are things that other people are not discussing, if you feel like there are things that other people are being harmful about, like they are spreading misinformation or hurting people, it's time for you to take a stand about those things. Take the things that nobody else wants. If there are opportunities, if there are platforms that nobody else wants, take those things. You are being asked right now to be crafty about your resources. You have a lot of resources, but you haven't quite yet reached a fulfillment level where you understand all of the resources that are available to you. So keep an open mind while you are walking through this. And remember, take the opportunities that other people wouldn't think about or that other people wouldn't want. And I hope that that is helpful for you, Bethany. Like I said, I have been reading now for 2.5 hours. That's a lot. I am going to log off for tonight. I am going to get myself some delicious food. I hope that you guys have the best rest, the most beautiful energy. Please, 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 please tune into my channel again Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be back for Throat Punch Thursday, intuitive messages. Those are totally free, and I absolutely love doing them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. And thank you so much. We will see you again Thursday.